market closed above it, retraced back into the discontent, used the fair value gap, continued higher. Then 75% range on the left. Very hindsight data, very new things that I'm showing, that every grid level will have something. This was that fair value that market broke above 75%. It closed, came back, traded the fair value gap here. Here is another fair value, overlapping PDRS, traded, again market going higher. For example, this type of fair value gap, what I said, multiple fair values. If you are willing to take the entry from the top one, your stop loss has to cover the bottom one. So it should be something like this. What you are looking at is another 122 delivery almost happening. Okay, when market has traded above all time high, it's looking something like this. It can be even bit lower as well, but just for the sake, okay, because you see that 75%, my entry could have been like this. Okay, it's literally like this, because how many times it has revisited that and how it used that level. And in that case, it has already delivered your 122 like this. Yes, so literally that's where the 122 is. If there was a week over here and no volume imbalance, this stop loss could have been here. So that way it's even bigger, but just keeping it simple, that there, okay, covering the lower fair value gap candle because of that volume imbalance here. So this is how you are looking at your trade. Yes, maybe one tick short over here, but you got the idea. Okay, then 75% done. I said the last 25% will be volatile. Look at that 25% move. See that? This was your last 25% move. And what I said, most of the people will not get the entry until it clears it. What happened? Just think this is a 1 minute chart. Bullish fair value formed, didn't trade. Bullish fair value formed, didn't trade. Why I'm saying didn't trade? Carefully look. Okay, it created fair value, but it first cleared the liquidity, then retest, then went higher. What I said about the fair value that is getting formed around the liquidity grab area, that fair value was here. Okay, there was a volume imbalance, on both sides. This was that most important fair value. What did I say? 3 continuation fair values or 3 fair values, how you should be looking for your entry. Top one can be your entry, stop loss has to cover the second one, the candle that created it. This is that 1 to 2 target. Okay, your eye should be on this fair value. If you're seeing it's getting broken, you can exit out of your trade, no problem, and let the market go. It's okay. But this is how your daily candle, daily chart, daily fair value working. Okay, from the daily, let's continue. That's why this fair value is very important. Okay, that's number one. Then I'm cutting short to the daily chart so that you can understand. I will show you the how it works. Okay, the whole day how it works. So this week, this is Monday. So let's start from the Friday so that you have the idea how the Friday is looking. So this was the Friday, whole Friday price action. Market opened with a new day opening gap, huge new day opening gap on Friday. The lowest point of the market was here, the highest was here, or let's straight like cut straight to the London session. Okay, so this was the highest point. From the lowest to the highest. If you grid it, market came below 50, traded the 75, took some liquidity, traded higher, came back. This is your London session. Okay, so London, how you are looking at your entry or what direction you are looking for your entry. If market has taken Asia buy side, you are looking for a sell short for a 1 to 2 at least. Okay, more, that's a different case of scenario if you can get more. What I said about 25%, it will have both bullish and bearish PDRA. which fair value gap you should be focusing the most. And by the way, I didn't draw all the important ones. For example, 2 a.m., 10 p.m., market open gap, this sort of gaps. Okay, that's, you guys can review those things. This was that area, this was that 25%, this was that trade over there. New York, London silver bullet, since it's in extreme premium, you can easily look for a discount array move, and that discount array move happened right here. Okay, that is a very beautiful discount array move that happened over here. For example, people who are looking for a sell short setup, this was 3 a.m. Okay, 3 a.m. started, immediately went higher. What you look for so far? What I'm looking at is there is a bullish fair value gap, again close to that 75%, that already got inverted. Okay, so what you can do, wait market to close below it one more time, that can be even this one, and then participate. If it's not clear to you, look for your fair value gaps where you can participate. That 75% level, market traded, went higher, fair value came back step by step. Okay, let me go step by step. This is where you had a entry, this is where you had a entry. Why I'm saying this is where you had a entry? Still observe. Okay, third candle's high, inversion fair value, third candle's high, still inside the macro, still the silver bullet, and this is where market was opening. Open, it's going higher. Was it a stop loss? Yeah, it was dangerously close to the stop loss, but it was never a stop out, a stop loss. 1 to 2. Okay, even the 50% is giving you 1 to 2, more than that. This is how quick, how easy that trade was. Only thing, you have to trust the process. Even if you look, 3 started, it was failing to create any bullish PD array. Okay, and I'm not looking for any SMT or anything. It's the same fair value gap it traded one more time, but doesn't matter. This was the inversion for you. Then bearish PD arrays are here, which got broken, but when market fails to take the liquidity, so this can be reused. This is that reclaimed fair value gap. This is that gap. Okay, yeah, bad thing is it didn't close below, it opened, the next candle opened below it. So if you don't find this setup over here, you can avoid this entry. Then what you do? Waiting for what? Market to trade below the 50, and then giving you, for example, it has now taken pretty good amount of liquidity. At the same time, it has generated some more relative equal lows around this area, and your silver bullet direction is telling you to go for a sell short. Market traded the 75%, generated liquidity, retraced back. I didn't even look into the higher time frame, by the way. You are waiting for a setup. That setup can be here. Okay, step by step, I'm going step by step. That setup can be here, broke below, maybe this was your entry. Okay, and you got stopped out, or you closed your trade, actually you got stopped out. Okay, so what you are doing is still waiting for a setup or entry towards the sell side. Okay, the direction is sell side because you have identified liquidities. Your market is at a premium, you're looking for a sell short. First attempt, you got stopped out. You could have avoided it because there is literally no MSS happened over here. MSS was still supposed to be this low because there is no other low here. Even this one, that's one candle on the left. So literally you could have avoided, but just to keep things simple, because it was trading this big fair value gap, taking some liquidities. Oh, also this was not inside the macro also. Okay, so it's like 420, 430 area. So you could have avoided this one, but let's keep it simple. This is a stop loss. Next macro or next setup that formed 450, 510. 450, 510. So far, no inversion here. It has taken a liquidity, but same thing, no inversion here. There is a volume imbalance, so maybe like this. No inversion here. So inside macro, you didn't get the entry. Then there was a 2022 IT model. If you have framed it, good. If you haven't framed it, it's the same. Okay, direction is never changing. You had fair value gap over here. You had a swing high to mark. Big range, okay? Observe the whole time. From the low to the high, it's the biggest range or daily range. From where the market started or the last trade of the day happened and where the market created the highest high. There was a 2022 IT model formed. I don't know, the candle volume is very bad, but it's the exact same thing that you are seeing inside of a big range premium area. After the liquidity grab MSS with fair value gaps above 50, that was the fair value, 75%. Those volume imbalances, yeah, like that is kind of a inverse PD array, but more importantly, this is where you had only premium discount array or the OTZ. If you mark the OTZ, you will see the same thing, okay? Only fair value overlapping with OTZ. Got the trade, took the entry, got the profit as well. I hope I don't need to show the 1 to 2 for this one, but the thing is, one loss on profit. So if you reach the same amount, this is where you have mitigated the loss and you have made the similar amount of profit as well. Now what you are doing is, market is coming lower in the discount. If you are looking for buy long, these are the areas to look for buy long. Okay. Since you committed in sell short, what you do? Again, wait for market to go to the premium. Also, it was consolidating for a big margin and London session finished. So you wait for your next session, which is your New York AM session. New York AM session started. Understand that low is still your lowest point. It didn't take that low any of those. So New York AM session started, went higher. It took the high, those equal or relative equal highs, and created a higher high. So this is where your higher high is forming. Only thing you did, low is still here. Instead of this high, since New York AM session, the next session created a higher high, you just extended your high. From that high, your still grid level is sitting here. Okay. What market did? Took the liquidity, created higher high. Look how the 75% level was here. From that 75, first thing what it did, long wick, CE rejection. Why this CE is important? Because it is taking liquidities, that's why. Okay, so this is that CE rejection. Then highest up close. Why I'm marking this one? Understand, okay? First of all, this has the highest body. You can mark this one also. It will show you the exact same thing. Okay, if you're looking for order block at this level, it's showing the exact same thing. If you're looking at order block at this level, it's showing the exact same thing. Either way, if it's confusing, this is the candle that took all the liquidity, market engulfed, closed below that. That's your extreme order block. That keep it that way. So this is where on Friday, I said my entry was from this propulsion block. Remember? This was that propulsion block. Once market trades propulsion block, what you want to see? Volatility. This was that volatility. Think this way, okay? My entry was looking something like this. Just like this. And then my target was, first target was this low, as because it's relatively, like if you look on the left, there was these lows and there is no other fair value gap here. Okay, below this low there is no other fair value, so this is literally the next level should be here, this low, and that first all these lows, it is creating exact equal lows over here. It's not just low, exact equal low. Okay, so this low with this, the other low here with them. So I have relative equal lows. So that's the liquidity, that's my direction. You don't have to participate from here. What happened here? Market has created a, observe, okay? What is this level? what do I have on the um, right side and left side? There is a bullish fair value that got inverted. There is a bearish fair value gap. Yes, at 10 we had a news. So if you don't want to, like if you want to wait for 10, this was that news candle. So what happened with me was this stop loss when I saw this fair value formed, okay, because it's coming out of a propulsion block. This was the fair value gap that was supposed to leave it partially filled, not completely. It's not a fill. Okay, I will explain why it's not a fill. But this fair value gap was supposed to remain partially filled. This was that partial fill happening. This was not a fill. This was news candle. Within 1 millisecond, it reached until that far and came back. So no one actually got any opportunity. Let's say when market reached here, you pressed your button on the market, you will still get your order filled around this area. You will never get it higher. So this was the news manipulation week. This was not the feel of the order fair value gap. So what my in my case what happened? I took the entry at this level, a stop loss here. That was a low risk entry. Okay, this is where I started with 10 contracts because it's a very small stop loss, 4.5 handle or something. From there, immediately the explosive move happened. Okay, and that low, remember, with this low created exact equal low. News started when these were happening. I was saying I'm not liking it because it was that close to the liquidity with that other low, and still it's not taking that liquidity. Okay, because it was not supposed to do this staircase. Okay, this is like a staircase. So I was already expecting it can revisit this fair value, but what I did is I didn't know that there is a news because on that day I literally joined during the New York session. I trailed my stop loss just one tick above this fair value gap, and this week stopped me like that was nearly $150 profit that I put my stop loss. But this week stopped me with $103 loss. So I know how this fair value gap should work. The very next candle, that was my entry and the same stop loss on that same account. But on my other accounts, I was still like I didn't get the time to trail the other ones. So that stop loss was still sitting there while I was trying to trail. This thing already happened. So I had no issue after this thing. So stop loss was there on all other accounts. I got saved. Okay, this week I got saved. Immediately when it came back close below, I put my stop loss right at the same level where I was supposed to trail before this candle appeared. So I trailed it there, and the one that they stopped me on the very next candle I entered. All the screenshots I showed in the chat as well on that day. Anyway, this was that fair value I was mentioning, that this fair value gap's job is not done. Keep it, you will see something out of it. I will show you what it showed. This is that fair value gap. Now let's continue. At 10 we had a news, 75% level. What do I have? A inversion. Now here is the thing, okay? See that volume imbalance? You could have added it or you could keep it as a separate PD array. It's the same thing. It's an inversion as well. Because previous candle closed here, this news candle opened here and closed here, whatever. Like this was that volume imbalance. Because imagine if this candle opened at this level, then your fair value gap is looking like this. Okay. But since it opened lower, this is how the fair value looking. But what I said is, if it's a small fair value and the volume imbalance is too far, you draw it in a separate PD array or something. But what I'm showing here is 75% inversion, overlapping or close proximate PD array. What is this fair value gap? Your 10 a.m. first presented gap, or your 10 a.m. silver bullet fair value gap. Traded, next move continued. Now by the time it was trading here, your low is formed here. So now you can extend the low until this. Your high is now here. Okay, so this high is no more a concern. Low is here. Look at that 75%. Okay. So what I'm saying, by the time this retracement was happening, this is the lowest point market reached. That's why the low you are extending. Okay. When you extend, again what you are seeing, 75% overlapping bullish fair bearish fair value and bullish fair value that got inverted. Okay. Market traded where? Exact tick by tick. Okay. New low created. Why I'm extending it? Because it didn't trade into the 50%. So I'm extending. Again, 75% overlapping. Small bearish fair value here. And then I don't have any inversion, but I have these up close candles to keep an eye. Because these up close candles are now the next propulsion or order block or whatever you call that shit. Okay. Because what happened? This one trading into fair value gaps. That way. Coming lower, again 75% traded. Okay. Coming lower. 50% is here, 75% now had moved here. Traded at by the meantime, okay, it's still silver bullet that you're looking at. By the meantime, first macro, that was the entry. Okay, that was the entry, that was the fall. It's like 950 10 macro. So let me make it. It started from top, but since there was a news, this is how it looks. 950 10 started from here where you had a inversion, where you had a fair value. Same thing after the news, fair value inversion, trade continuation. 25% traded, came lower. While it was doing that, wasn't it taking some clean visible swing highs or liquidities? Yes. $50 to 10 between this window. So I'm still, this is my low. I don't know if this low formed or not. Between this window, what I said. So 75%. What will you have? Overlapping sheet. This is that overlapping sheet. Okay. Inside of a macro, inversion here or fair value here, however you want to mark it. This was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 R trade. If you have taken it from the bearish fair value, still more than 1 to 2 trade. Okay. And what level? Again, 75% overlapping. Finally, this is that low. And by this time, we have reached a huge fair value gap here on the 15 minutes, hourly, everything. Okay. So that hourly or higher time frame PDRA was there. What I said is, this market from here, it will go for the 50%. I remember Ovi was in a trade. He took a partial, I think, above these highs, and he was waiting for these areas as his final TP. But I said it's rejecting from the 50%, so you can maybe let that small profit go and close your trade. And he closed his trade here. 50% traded, new range, okay? 50% traded. This is what type of dealing range? Understand. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So it's a bearish dealing range. First focus should be this low. Your focus now shifted from this high to this low. So if this high is taken, you are no longer looking for a sell short. And until this low is taken, you are looking for sell short. This is that low. And this is that protected high that was traded above the 50. Market traded there, came lower. While coming lower, it gave multiple setups. Observe on the left, on the right, it's the same area, okay? Small little bearish fair value. There was a fair value here, 75% overlapping. Whichever one you want to mark, this one or this one. Either way, it's the same area. Traded, another push, okay? And the time of those. Now finally, market came lower. So protected high formed and a new low formed. Let me clear everything from the chart and let me start one more time from the protected high. So your first focus is this low. This is your new dealing range that you are looking at. Either this buy side have to be taken for higher runs, or this low has to be taken for the completion of the dealing range. Grid it, and there is your liquidity, there is your liquidity. Okay, all these liquidities on the top was taken, all these liquidities on the bottom was taken. So you have sell side taken, buy side taken, a new dealing range formed. When market took the low first, this was the first low, 75.50. Market traded above 75. There was a small little fair value still overlapping 50. Traded, or no, it didn't trade over here. So this was a fair value gap. Market was failing to trade on this term, came back, created a new low. This was the retracement into that premium, like this. All this fall into the premium. This was the retracement into the premium. So now, once this high is taken, you are only looking for buy longs. Okay, this was that high. This was the high, actual high that was valid for shifting market structure. By that time, this was a low over here as well. So market traded, came back, liquidity grab. This is the market structure shift, not this high, not this high, not this high. That was the high. One more time. 50% swing high created, that was the protected high for MSS. No other high was valid for shifting market structure. Okay, that was that high. Once that high was taken, I was telling that draw a OTZ from the highest to the lowest. Market traded, again OTZ. You guys, I think on that day you already know I framed that setup like this. It was a butter setup for me, okay? And that was that butter. It traded there, fair value gap. Then first target, the high it is retracing from, took that high. But what I said, once this high is taken, once this high is taken, only aim for buy longs the whole rest of the day. Whatever low it was creating, every low was still intact. But whatever high it was creating, every high was revisited, taken. High taken, high taken. Okay, maybe it's the next day, but still first it cleared that high, then retraced, still that low was not taken over here. And the whole time, if you grid this level, you will see something very similar. Okay, first high, retracement. Okay, just a sec. Below 50, discount array, traded. If it's too much, you don't need that much. Okay, below 50, discount array, traded. Market went for what? The high it was retracing from. And the time was, again, observe what time you got your entry. This was your macro, okay? And macro is only for liquidities. Since it was failing to take the lows and it was not supposed to take the low, that was the liquidity. And above this high, I was talking about this high, that these are the relative equal highs you have right now. So you can look into that. And that high was also very important because that's where we had a 15-minute fair value gap, the high of the 15-minute fair value. Anyway, so once market cleared the high, we have now what? A new dealing range, right? It's a bullish dealing range. Market completed the cycle, and this was that protected low. So from this protected low until this protected high, you are looking at something very similar. 75% inversion You can include the volume imbalance, by the way, this volume imbalance. But anyway, inversion, we have the inversion over here, 75% bullish fair value gap. This is 4 pixel. Okay, so let me reduce that pixel. We had a bullish fair value, 75% inversion overlapping. This is how market is treating that fair value gap. 50% or even this 50%. I should be looking on the right side, by the way, like this leg, because after that this is that new one. So let me actually look on the right side. There is this, you can combine actually because of that volume imbalance. 50% level, you had an inversion fair value or bearish fair value that got inverted, which is okay. So I'm talking about this small little fair value overlapping 50. And close proximate to that, I'm looking for a bullish fair value gap. In this leg, we don't have one, but around the middle of the next two quadrants, we got one over here. 75% overlapping. We had on the left we had, but anyway, doesn't matter. There was one over here. It's a very small one, but thing is, no. How about this one? No, there was no inversion over here. Maybe those volume imbalances, but no inversion. We had this fair value overlapping. We had this fair value or close proximate. Okay, completed the range, retraced back, and that's how the day ended. After 3:45, you should not be looking for any more setups on the market. Right, so this was that between 3:15 to 3:45. This was that window, the final window of trading, power hour or whatever. Okay, and then the rest of the day it consolidated between the upper quadrant. Finally, one more time pushed higher, cleared the high, then the lower one. New day started. Let's move towards the new day. So remember, okay, this low was a protected low for a very long time. New day started on Monday. This was Monday started. Monday from this low market during the London session. Since we don't, okay, let's look at the Asia kill zone. 8 p.m. I don't trade Asia, so this is whatever I'm gonna see or show right now. That's literally the first time I'm seeing it, because I never looked into the Asia. So this was 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. Asia kill zone. First, the highest high by the time Asia kill zone started was here. So this was Asia kill zone. And by the meantime, I'm not even drawing that first fair value gap, this one. All those gaps are important as well. So this was that upper quadrant traded. Before Asia, how it did. Okay, got my idea. But thing is here. Kill zone started, upper quadrant market is still in premium, right? So you are not looking for a buy long yet. So let this buy go. Asia started, retraced into the upper quadrant where we had some fair value gaps over here, and by the time this was forming on the left, on the right, because it's outside Asia kill zone, I have no idea how the Asia kill zone works. Okay, I never trade Asia kill zone. Maybe in my entire trading life I have traded once or twice. That's also recent days. That was the 25% overlapping area. Fair value inverted, bullish fair value formed, use that, went until that far. Okay, so that was that Asia kill zone. But the thing is, Asia kill zone started, market retraced inside of that 25% range or upper quadrant, is still in premium. You are not looking for buy longs, you are looking for sell shorts. Then I think this was the one. Okay, yeah. So then market created a new high. Since the low is still that same low, okay, this was that same low. So market created a new high. Now what you are again looking at? Sell short, right? You are always looking for a sell short at premium. Asia kill zone started, you had a beautiful liquidity grab, market structure shift, one candle low. I wouldn't maybe count this as MSS. So instead, what else can I use? Okay, I can use 916. There is a thing between 9 and 9:30. Asia has a macro. Okay, kind of. I think it's the silver bullet. 8 p.m. Asia session starts. 9 to 10 should be the silver bullet. So that can be the silver bullet entry. Whatever. First, it inverted that fair value, overlapping PDR is formed. Using that, it was coming lower, whatever that lower run was, 25% level. Close to that, we have a fair value here, we have a here. So whichever one you want to use from the left, or after trading below the 20, retraced a little bit inside, overlapping 25, there was a inversion fair value, there was a bearish fair value. So I would rather go with the right side leg like this. Okay, this is that area. And using that, market came lower, traded very close to, like, this is literally the equilibrium area. You can give this much to the market. Okay, this is not a huge distance comparing to what you're looking at, like this way, from here to here. So market traded back there, then again started to go towards the premium. So this could have been that low. Okay. Still, I would love to see some precision, but since, as I'm saying, I have no idea here work, so I'm keeping this low as the protected low. Then London session started. We are looking for something here. This is 4 a.m. No, so 4 a.m. is too much. 2:30, because from 2 until 5, that's your London kill zone. So let me remove all those. So this was the 2:30, 25% retracement, overlapping. Or you can take this on as well, doesn't matter. Overlapping, and this is by the 3 a.m. move started from this leg. This was the 3 a.m. move. Okay, the silver bullet first move. I wouldn't go for the buy long because it has taken the Asia high, so I would look or wait for the sell short after 3:30. So after 3 a.m. So market traded the 25%, created exact equal high, so would be great to take it out. Took it out, created a new high. I'm going straight to this level because here I have literally no setup, nothing. It's just one down close candle. Yes, if you're using this inversion, then one stop loss, it's okay. Very next time you got the entry, time you have a clean liquidity grab MSS with fair value gaps. So your new grid level formed like this way, okay, from the low of the day to the high of the day, because that's so far the high and low of the day, and it's in extreme premium in terms of previous range, in terms of new range. You got a beautiful setup on this okay, by this time we already had some profits also from this trade. We are in a trade from these areas. I forgot, here or here on Monday, and we closed it around this, and finally it came for these liquidities later. Yeah, so market retraced back from the high to low. This is the first quadrant, okay, and this is how the 25% was holding the whole day. Here, once it broke below that, this is how it was holding, and then that meltdown happened. This was the lowest, 75%, or OTZ, OTE. That's how the trade was happening inside of that optimal trading zone. You had the inversion fair value gap from the extreme leg here, you had a small fair value there, and the OTZ fair value here. So either way, that is how your setup was here, but I think it was taking too long, so we exited out around this. And by the time we had some bullish setups also. Not a very clean starting because the volume was very low, but we had some bullish fair value gaps. We have some inversion entries as well towards 1 to 2 towards the buy side, like this, here, here. Okay, either way. So that OTZ, oh sorry, my entry was from this level, and then when it was failing to clear these liquidities and go below, that's when I think I exited on this fair value inversion, this one. When this one got inverted on this retest, we all exited. I think OV me all exited on this, and then this was the move. Then finally market meltdown. Whatever. OTZ retracement is still continued below 50. Okay, so market traded below the 25% structure. Similar way, there are some liquidity graphs happening. For example, this high, and then there is equals like 3 candles exact level. 25% overlapping, inversion fair value gap. That was that closed here and opened here. That type of structure or market entry, but close to that 25%. What else do we have? We have some bearish fair value gaps here. Above we have another one here and here, so whatever. Okay, we have some bearish fair value gaps here, and then similarly here we have an inversion, we have a bearish fair value, traded that area fall, and I think this was the 6 a.m. also somewhere here, I forgot. Somewhere here there was the 6 a.m. first presented gap. Was that big one? Maybe that big one was the 6 a.m. first presented gap. This one. So that's where it was trading. Okay. So using that, market continued lower, traded below 25, traded at the 75, and while it was holding at the 25% for very long time, like these areas, why looking here and here, why not on the left? Because this is the high. So what happened on the left, that was not the 25% for that area. That was the high, this is the 25 on the right side. So first time rejected like this, second time rejected like this, finally closed below, took some liquidity, and then using that same level. Okay, market has give a fall like that. At 0.50 I was mentioning Outlander that keep an eye. Oh, I will do it in a sec. Keep an eye on this fair value gap. This is going to be a very important fair value. Similarly, when market reached the 75%, that's where we had PDRs here. We had the new week opening gap over here. So your new week opening gap is from this level until that level. This was the new week opening gap, this part. Okay. I don't want to extend it, but this was that area. From where? 75%. The first entry that I took before 9:30, people were like bit surprised. Overlapping 75, inversion, bullish fair value. By the meantime, we had liquidity grab, sort of market structure, because that's still the higher swing over here, or the swing point over here. But most importantly, it has inverted fair value gap. It has created two bullish fair value gaps. This was my entry fair value, or the one I was framing my setup from. And remember, this was the new week opening gap. So then maybe I'll actually turn on the middle line as well. So this was that new week opening gap. Gave the entry, created more fair value gaps. 9:30 is here. Okay, so before 9:30, my eyes were on this fair value, and I was looking forward to the continuation. So breakaway gap, fair value gap. Fair value traded, breakaway also traded, but left as a breakaway. That's what you want to see when you're in a trade or setup, that this is the best case of scenario, that it's willing to go higher. Why it should go higher, I will show you that in a second, but just bear with me. After trading, like similar structure, okay, two bullish fair values, first one traded, lower on breakaway, traded, went higher, created two new bullish fair value gaps. Lower on breakaway gap, first on bullish fair value, left it the way it is. Consecutive down close candles can be the propulsion block created. Next bullish fair value gap created should remain unfilled or partially filled. Exactly, that's how it worked. And what if this is a propulsion block? You want to see some craziness in the market, and I have seen my craziness. By the meantime, I already, since my entry was from here, I trailed it below this candle slope because it's 9:30 opening. I don't want to be giving away when I'm seeing a very good amount of it. It was literally 9:30, by before 9:30. It was like already 20 handle with three mini contract micro 30 micro contracts, 3 mini. So this is like 60 handle, $1,200 worth of profit. So what I did, trailed it below this, which is 15 handle. I'm securing out of 20 handle so that I don't give away any, like in a $1,200 profitable trade, I'm looking for a $600-700 loss. I don't want to get that, since I'm participating before 9:30. If it was happening after or at 9:30, this was the area, then I might even continue. Okay, the thing is, unfilled fair value, I got it. Propulsion block traded, so I want some traded with these down close candles. I want some volatility. I want something that is telling me that it is ready to go for the rocket, like the rocket incoming. Okay, the propulsion, the force that sends rocket into the space. I want to see that type of rocket. Immediately I got my rocket at 9:30, and after this candle closing, I had like I never had to worry about market coming back and stopping me out. Yeah, my target was until this level, because this is relative equal highs. At the same time, look at the staircase. Okay, I have talked about the staircase, you will understand. As like so many times, I will show multiple times, don't worry. Maybe you can mark this high also. So it's literally creating a staircase. Even here it was not taken, it was equal highs. Every time it's coming below a low, it was taking the sell side liquidity. Every time it's failing to go above a high, it's generating buy side liquidity. So it was like that, even these as well. Okay, and then finally this was the fall. So all this is your buy side comparing to what you have as your sell side. Your fair value gap traded, all this sell side cleared, and the next sell side is here and here. So market was rejecting from this fair value gap, overlapping that new eco. This is that area, and all these sell sides are taken. Okay, the thing that you saw on the left, observe if you have the similar structures on the right or not. Why you should be looking for a sell short? Because of this type of liquidity. Why you should be looking for a buy long? Because of this type of liquidity. Even on a smaller time window, if you like, a smaller means inside of a session based movement or inside of a session, see this is this looking like a very healthy move to you? It's literally doing something like this. No fair value, no clear candles, no strength, nothing. Out of nowhere a pop up, then one single candle, enough to cause the damage. So when you see this type of movement and market is creating a bullish fair value, you know how to avoid that bullish fair value. If you didn't know, now you know. Similarly here, okay, when it was going higher, how was it looking? Like this. No structure, nothing, no fair value, but it's still going higher. Finally, there was a fair value gap. How you avoid this type of move like this? This itself was a entry. If you now look at your hindsight, this was the entry. Why? Because of the structure. Okay, more. You want to see more? Let me show some more. The way it is coming lower. Okay, so the other day I was looking at this type of structures. Okay, I think Ali or someone. Um, no, Jorp was taking buys and sells, and this is how it was looking. Every time it's going lower, it is taking liquidity. Okay, and it's generating more liquidities on the top. This was the move. Here, no structure, nothing. Okay, it's like equal highs formed, and this is how it's looking. Like if you see it this way. So when it was going higher, how was the structure look? Observe. Okay, this is how you observe. This is how you understand what can be the problem, what can be something that you can avoid. This is that. When it is coming lower, there was nothing forming. There was no structure, nothing. It's literally, if you let go that long week, you are looking at something like this. Okay, so you can expect market to go higher again. But when it is going higher, how it was going higher? If it was creating structures, if it was going higher in a clean manner, then you could have participated buy long, maybe a small scalp above these highs or until this fair value gap, whatever. I don't know. Maybe that was a possibility. But when it was doing it like this, see, this liquidity was taken literally a little above, because I have some unfilled portion over here. Okay, like this. I have some unfilled portion over here. At the same time, I have a bearish fair value over here. And I'm seeing already a lot of sell side liquidity has been generated on the low instead of the high. High has already cleared some liquidity, inverted fair value gap over here. So I'm talking about this big fair value gap that got inverted. Okay, this was that fair value gap. So I have a lot of reason to frame a setup like this. Above this high, maybe a tick or two above this high, and a stop loss maybe here, the breakaway gap candle high. Or if I'm willing to be, it's only 3.75 handle. If I'm willing to be very conservative, then this is the max level. Why this is the max? Two reasons. This fair value gaps third candle is here. The inversion fair value gaps third candle is also here. And by the meantime, you're also covering maybe the order ratio. So like this, I can already anticipate a trade for a 1 to 2. And since the 50% was there, I think that's the other 50%. It's like after that high. So since the 50%, maybe from here, the 50 was something around this level. Yeah, remember that low was coming towards that 50%, but didn't actually trade the 50. This was that area. So maybe I would look for something like a 1 to 2. That's already enough. It's like 1 to 2 was delivered literally here, somewhere even higher. That's how reading this, how it's going higher. Okay, reading this, I already can anticipate that where the market is going. Similar structure here. So looking at this, you can anticipate that later the run is due towards that sell side. Looking at this, you can already anticipate the run is due. It's like market will tell you what gonna happen. Anyway, thing is, my exit was here. It was already a huge profit for me since the entry started from here. And I think I added 5 contracts on this one or this one, I forgot. But somewhere here I added 5 contracts, only 5, not more than that. And that was the final add. I didn't add any more. So it was looking something like from here to here, a 72 handle with 30, almost 35 contracts. 30 contracts, 72.75. I forgot on this one or this one I added, but 5 contracts, another 65 or another like 60 handle. So this is like $600 just because I added. That's extra. Okay, and this is 6,000 plus from my initial entry. So I don't need to hold for the rest. Yeah, I could have held because the whole time, okay, the whole time on that specific day, it didn't break a single continuation fair value. There was a fair value, there was another fair value. So the what is this fair value representing? Liquidity level, overlapping fair value. You can anticipate something like this. Enter entry here. Stop loss. This fair value gap candles low. This is your entry and stop loss. Target 1 to 2. Since this high is taken, I think the other high was very close as well. That high was here. So stop loss there, target 1 to 2. But your eye should always be, that can be a partial also. I will explain step by step. But this is how you are looking at, but your eye is always at this fair value. If it inverses this, even you didn't get a stop out, okay, but you have to wait until the candle closer. You see something like this and you like a DQ exit out of a trade, that's bullshit. That is never going to give you how you like what the strategy can actually do to you. The statistics will never be perfect if you do it this way. So this still can be an entry, okay, but your eye should be the moment it closes below this, either you exit on the close candle, candle closer, or like if you are still not stopped out, okay, so let's say it closed below but you are still not stopped out, on the very next candle you will see it's retesting this fair value as an inversion, and then the rest of the move starts, or it starts to fall again. So that's where you exit out on the either the retest or closer. Thing is, I will explain when. I mean, it's too much, okay, so just figure out one of the options and stick with that option. You want to wait for the retest, or you want to close exit out at the closer. And by the way, this entry I've just showed just for the sake of showing from the top. I always look into at least a little bit inside, because every time it's revisiting a fair value, it's going inside, going inside, going inside. So I don't look for exactly from top, maybe one tick inside, still I will look for that. Because look at that, that same 1 to 2 now is 1 is to 2.13. So my 1 to 2 could have been hit by this candle high. See that? So I don't have to go through this retracement and this new candle. It does a whole lot of things to you. It's not just that. Anyway, the thing that I was saying, that this could have been a partial level, the 1 to 2. How? Because the whole time you are seeing the structure, it never closed a fair value gap or inverted a fair. So until a continuation is broken, even here you had a no, not there. Okay, so that fair value was unfilled. So this was that next fair value gap where you could have kept your I1. If it's broken, you exit out. This way continue. Finally, I think your exit could have been on this area. So I'm talking about close below, market retested on this candle. This is a exit for you already. Okay, so that entry you could have targeted until this, or wherever your target is done. Okay, so that way I don't care what happened after. Okay, this part I don't care. Now the whole part, let's review one more time. High of the day, low of the day, 75%, market going higher. So you have a low over here that is trading the ranges discount, so that protected low formed here, and then first high it formed here. By the way, those layouts are made for black background, that's why it's not as good as it was supposed to be. 25 whatever day finished around this area. By the meantime we had, okay, so this is literally yesterday's PM session from where we had that retracement. So we had this low in front of us that we are looking at. Why that low? Let me go for the higher time frame structure. See, this was yeah, this was that low on yesterday's trading, yesterday's retracement, yesterday's everything. Okay, this was that low. This is a higher time frame. I'm on a 5-minute chart. This is a 5 minutes liquidity grab, market structure shift. This is that low. I didn't mark the high. Okay, I will tell you why I did, because I'm avoiding all the SMT parts. Same thing on the 15 minutes liquidity grab, market structure sheet with bearish fair value gaps, bearish fair value gaps. There is a small one tick worth of bearish fair value right here. Okay? I know because I observed that way. So this was that area. 15 minutes looking like this. Okay. What happened is ES took this high also yesterday. So that was the SMT. So in that manner, this was same thing. Okay. Fuck the SMT. I don't want to talk about SMT. Simple. There is a swing high here that market took the liquidity. This is the MSS happened with multiple fair value presented while market was over. And this is your breaker. The lowest down close, consecutive or order block, everything is there. It's like that type of setup that I prefer for a lower run. Consecutive order blocks, consecutive breaker blocks at the same level. That's where market trading. That's where market trading coming lower today. Okay, so this is why that part. And once it was taking that low, chances are it should go below 50. Yesterday it didn't go below 50, so this was that below 50, and the range was looking like this, 75%. That is where I think the London session had some bullish entries and setups, and some other fair value gaps, time based specific fair value gaps were there. Then today this is how it looks. So from this low, before this low, okay, let me show something for today from the lower time frames. Today market opened here, okay. In 1 minute chart, I was looking this way because I was awake. I was just observing something, okay. That observe how I observe. This was the lowest market risk, this was the highest market risk, okay. Like at the market opening, look what's happening within these areas. I know it's not something a good example or perfect example, okay. 25%, 25%, 50%, 75% high, okay. Once it created that higher on, so that low is still there, then created a higher on, low is still there, 50% overlap on the left. Can you guys see that fair value? I don't know. Like this is now inside the kill zone. The first thing I was showing was outside kill zone, but this is now inside the kill. Okay, overlapping bearish 75 on the left. Let's see if we have anything. I think that volume imbalance, but yeah, overlapping bearish. And right above it, we had a fair value, but it's bit far. This one, unless you draw it like this, which I don't prefer, okay, because the fair value gap is this small and the volume imbalance is here, so it's like this fair value gap getting extended like this 3-4 times bigger. I don't draw this type of volume imbalance. Instead I will draw this as a different PD array like this, okay. Maybe volume imbalance, so I will put a different color like this, whatever. So close to that or overlapping that. Then finally market took that liquidity, created a new low, go for that new low, again overlapping, traded, came lower, new low, same, okay. Oh, so first here, retraced here, came back, took the low, new low created here, retraced, going lower, created a new low here, consolidation, sorry, here, consolidation happening, finally some sign of breaking through that level, finally broke through that, went where? Above 50. So this is that protected high that formed, okay. Just a sec, let me go to the higher time frame for once, because I need my own clarification over there. fair value gap. I have a fair value here, but above 50, this was a fair value. There was one here as well. So let me check. When was the first time it reached above 50 here? And no, so that high wasn't trading into the gap. So this was the high. Okay, so this was the high. And by the way, this is where we had the new day opening gap and the settlement, what it calls, the 10 a.m. gap also. But let me continue with this one. Get this one, not this one. Sorry. So on this leg. Just a sec, guys. Just a sec. Because I was not here during the whole London, so I have to keep an eye by a little bit. Okay, so this was the high. So if this one is taken, retracement, this was that retracement. Okay. No, okay. The first high it created was this one, okay. So when this one was taken one more time, this retracement maybe could have been a deeper retracement, but I think because of this fair value it couldn't go further, and because of this fair value, which is again overlapping 50% level, the target for this was this. It was taken. Now this was that new protected high created. Until that one is taken, this market should not continue higher, because what happened here is this high was taken, and while it was taking this high, this was the highest it reached. So retracement happened, fair value traded. From there, the first target of the market is the high it is retracing. It took that high, but it failed to continue further. By the meantime, we had this big fair value gap as our possible inversion. Okay, why I'm saying possible? Because it didn't invert it yet, okay, during that moment. And then let me check. Do I have anything here? No. Oh, here is we can use this one actually. We don't need that big one. We can use this one. So this was that continuation fair value that could have sent it higher one more time. There was no other fair value gap here. So this was that continuation fair value that could have sent it further higher, but one single candle literally closed below that fair value gap, while created a bearish fair value also. And we have a liquidity grab, we have a MSS, market structure shift. This was the retracement low, remember? So what type of retracement low here? Protected high taken, so sentiment again went to the bullish, retraced the high it was retracing from. This was that retracement that took it. So I'm talking about from here to here. This was the discount retracement low. Okay, so once that was taken and fair value formed on that leg, this is the sign of displacement. Displacement is not big candle only. Displacement is, let's say it is a big candle but there is no fair value formed. That is not a displacement. Doesn't matter how big the candle is, you need fair value gaps. That's where the fair value gap happened, the inefficiency. Displacement represents inefficiency. Happened, market took, like, traded that, and then this is the continuation. At the same time you had a small inversion as well. This leg took all this liquidity also. If you look carefully, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, that also happened during that. So 3 a.m. sell short, and at this area we had that market open gap, which is, I'm talking about this gap. I remember because I was talking about it earlier, right? So first presented gap, that market open, even here also. So market open gap, good area, very good area for market to retrace and reverse also, all of them. So after the MSS literally traded the fair value gap, continuation happened, new low created, first low was created here, market again, at 74, no sorry, new low was created here. From that 25% continued, created a new low, didn't trade the 50, so you are still extending the thing. 25% finally traded the 50. Okay, so this is going to be your first protected high. Once the protected high is taken, you are good to look for a buy long if you can identify the liquidity. By the way, this is where we had a news 8:30 also. So next session, you are straight away going to the next session, because this session you are not trading. If you are trading, that's a very bad thing. You are trading when Fed Chair Powell is about to speak. So this was that area. So since it took the high, it can go for higher run on more time, because sentiment. Okay, so for that moment, okay, I'm talking about this moment and how it was going. That will tell you where the next can go. So 9:30 opened, session started. It has cleared all the buy side liquidities. You have something like this liquidity grab market structure shift. By that time, our low was sitting here. So when that low was sitting here, then we have already talked about this entire leg, that how it was delivering over here. 9:30 started from the high of the day to the low of the day. Market was trading. Okay, this is that 50% retracement low. If you're thinking that this can be a retracement, or on that same leg, this was that low. Once market took that low, this was that liquidity level fair value gap that I was talking about. Okay, and then you are continuing lower from here. How far it is going with that swing high, swing lows, you are continuing lower like this here. Okay, until this, because first thing here, that was the first one, overlapping PD array, then took that low. This is the next one, and this is where, don't forget, our daily bullish PD array also still waiting or sitting. Liquidity MSS, breaker, fair value, overlapping, traded onto 2. And by the way, this entry, that was the inversion, and I was telling Outlander that this 75% mark this fair value. This is a very important fair value. Okay, and if you carefully observe, there is a small volume imbalance. I don't want to be right by tick, but I can see what happened over here. Okay, this is what happened. Doesn't matter, keep it like this. Think. Okay, 75% overlapping level, and you have a breaker over here. Okay, so you can extend it lower, but I'm just talking about this breaker. So inversion fair value gap, 75% overlapping. Even if the entry somewhere here, okay, I don't know, a stop loss too big, this is a huge stop loss. So what can you do? Fair value gap, first, second, third, and there is a small fair value here as well. Let's leave the stop loss there. You are looking for what? Until a continuation breaks. Looking for 1 to 2, no problem. That 50% level, you don't worry about that. 1 to 2. Okay. Market going higher, creating new fair value gaps. This was the continuation fair value, market traded. Finally, and don't forget, there is your new week opening gap also. This is where it is breaking your continuation fair value. So I said either you can get out at this level or you can get out on the retest. So whether you are in this trade from these areas, let's, since we try to keep it, so it's 0.77 R profit, or if you exited even here, that's still 0.46 R profit. Okay, the reason I'm saying this way is because we don't look into the handles or peeps, because we risk the same amount. The amount you risk in a trade, it remains same. Same entry if you identified breaker, like the way Ravi takes. Okay, sorry, my other hand is holding a cup of coffee, so I'm not using my other hand. Same entry, this is 1 to 2. from the breaker. Still, I'm not showing inside the, for example, if I take the breaker entry, I always look at this type of level. And this is literally that level perfectly getting traded. So I could have targeted like from here, okay? And the entry could have delivered onto to like this also. It delivered, okay? It delivered over here. But I'm saying the same thing. Broken, you get exit like 1.5 hour, still profit. Then the same area, overlapping breaker, you had a breaker is the whole, okay? But I'm just showing that most important portion of the breaker. Bullish fair value gap, and then overlapping that inversion here as well, okay? Traded, same stop loss, like just a that level, okay? This level, same stop loss, but different areas of trade. This one delivered onto to more than that, so profit given, but even this could have been a trade for you, for the people who are looking for bread and butter. This is 40.50 handle, just the high it was retracing from, okay? And then take a partial maybe and look if it's breaking any continuation or not. By the time it was reaching there, that's already more than on to deliver. And this was that entry, and whole scenario, it was coming out of a daily bullish fair value gap, and not just daily bullish fair value, it was coming out of a lot of important levels. Oh, I'm on a 4 hours chart, sorry. Daily bullish fair value. This was the daily bullish fair value, the CE, everything was there. Let me actually put the CE mark. And then, just a sec. I need to change the visibility. Okay, it's there. No worries. Daily bullish fair value. Then I was talking about this level also, this 50% level. I will show you how that 50% level worked so far. It's from a daily, okay? So in 1 minute, how it was telling me something over there, or giving me the confidence to participate even before the MSS from the order block, because my entry happened here, okay? This candle took liquidity, and this candle is within that candle's range. So once it closed above it, the very next candle on this candle, I got my entry something like this, and the stop loss was covering this level. Why? Because there was a small fair value by that time already formed, and that's covering more than the mean threshold. This part, the mean threshold of that order block is here. Save it as a, just a sec, just a sec. Because I need to keep it clean on the higher time frame. I don't want these levels on my higher time frame. 1 minute level. So this is where I got my entry, and I was looking forward to literally this fair value here, close to that 50%, and the new week opening gap. It is also here. This was that area. This is how I was looking at it. But I took a partial early. And this is how my trade was looking. Simple, very simple, okay? That 50% level, this line, and the 50% of the daily fair value gap, this line. Everything was telling me, observe that black line, okay? See this? Where the struggle was happening, finally, how it went through that level, how it created a fair value at that level. So this was that CE level, and don't forget, this is a CE from a daily chart, okay? The minimum you want to see that if it's respected or disrespected is the 15 minutes chart. And 15 minute was looking like this. And that CE actually didn't appear on 15 minutes because the template is set to 1 minute. Okay, so 15 minutes. See that? It is looking like this. The body was not even closing below the 50. The setup I was talking about on the 15 minutes, this was the setup that gave, this was the entry that market, okay, in 1 minute chart. This was that entry that was happening over here. So after what? CE rejection, closing above the daily fair value gap. Then in 1 minute, that was that upper portion. So from the CE, or let's forget the CE, low of the fair value rejected, went higher, closed above the fair value. So the high of the fair value rejected. This whole thing was paying out step by step. Okay, so let me remove that one. A daily bullish fair value gap. Big one, right? Read it. 75%, 50%. Fair value I already have. Order block overlapping. Then upper 25% fair value I already have. Market came, traded into the fair value, then it is giving the setup, or upper quadrant is where I'm looking for my entry inside of a daily bullish fair value gap. Still, that's where market trading. Okay, and now if you still have that range, then you're looking for something like this again, that 75% overlapping inversion. I just noticed it, that's why I'm showing it. And there is a liquidity grab MSS happened. There is a breaker, there is a fair value gap. Why, how it can, and why it can go higher? Just like Friday, this is what you have. Relative equal highs. Even if you mark this, relative equal highs. That's why. And if you're bearish, you had some setup over here also. There was a liquidity MSS. Fair value missing, so nothing here. Liquidity MSS. Now that entry happened way lower, and that low is like that low it was retracing from, that's also taken. But there was a liquidity grab MSS. I'm talking about these areas. Okay, it didn't reach for this fair value gap and then came to the literally reclaimed this fair value and took the liquidity. This one. 12:30. How about the 50:10? 50:10 actually started from here. Oh, got it. What happened? Got it. The whole time. By the way, this is that buy long for those buy sides. If I'm looking for a setup, I will be looking for something like buy long. From here, I'm not bearish anymore. Okay. So this is that part. I don't have the protected low, but that's how in my eyes it should be. Let me mark it with a proper one. I have the sell side here, and I have the buy side here. This whole part. Now, why is it like that? So this is my new range that I'm looking at. And by the way, if I was there, I might have participated. This one, this one. Anything from this fair value gap towards the upper direction, because that's how far I was bearish on Sunday. I was mentioning like this is how far I will be bearish, not this far. I was bearish until this CE level area, like around this level, 23,129.75 or something. So I was like something like until this area I was bearish. Once market is here, I'm not bearish anymore. It reached there, closed above, stayed higher like this. Okay. So CE or low, whatever you want to call this rejection, since the body is above CE, you can call whatever you want to. And this is that upper rejection. So any of these areas, I'm interested to look for buy longs, not sell shorts. Yeah. Big fall, big bearish fair value gap. I might risk less because one setup here, one setup here, it's already enough for me. So if I'm looking for more profits, I will use less risk just to maximize the day, nothing else, as long as market is presenting something from this area. But if it's your first trade and if you're looking for the first profit of the day, you can risk the same amount because all you are looking for a 1 to 2. This time, okay? It's the time. I didn't mark it for randomness. See that candle? Look at the time. You will understand why I'm talking about this. This candle, and I again framed it even from the high, not even the top. So it's like 1 tick or 2 tick inside, always. This is how it looks. Okay? Keep it the way it is. Here. From the top of the fair value, low of the candle doesn't need to be, the stop loss doesn't need to be there. Still, I'm putting it there. Why it doesn't need to be? Because by the time you got your in, you already have a bullish fair value. So it can be literally like this. Okay? This low. But we don't change. Keep it this way. Whether it's a 1 to 2 or not, doesn't matter. This is how, and the time of the entry. 1 to 2, in my eyes, I have already seen it. So far, this leg, sorry. So far, this leg, I'm not liking, okay? Because it's that staircase, that red signal happening. That's why I'm not liking this staircase. But in my eyes, it has already given more than 1. As long as you can identify where the stop loss should be and why it should be there, or where the entry should be, why it should be there, that way. You know where your focus should be at the moment. If you're still in a trade like this, your focus should be at this candle. Okay, I don't have the thing, propulsion block or order block, whatever the f that sheet is. Okay, because I don't need too many names. Job has to be the same. It is trading fair value gaps. Your eye should be like this right now. And since there is no fair value gap, this is the only thing that can send it higher. Okay. And if it's coming below, like lower, then it can easily go through these fair value gaps because there is a liquidity grab, there is a MSS possibility. Anyway, that perfectly delivered tick by tick. And this is why 1 to 2 is important to reduce hassle. I have liquidity, that's my direction. I don't need to be right until this far. Okay, because this is already giving me the 1 to 2 and this is already 33 handle. If you're looking at handle by fixing a lot size, which I don't suggest, then this is 33 handle. According to ICT, 10 to 20 handle. Done. Okay, more than that done. And according to me, if you risk the same amount, you will get the same profit. So let's say $100 risk, $200 profit minimum. That's also done. This one, same thing. Two fair value gaps, one here, cover the second fair value gap candle, enter from the upper fair value gap, 1 to 2. Doesn't matter how far it can go. Yes. See this 1 to 2, how it lands at this level? This 1 to 2 lands at this level. Maybe this is the place I will look into this level. Or if I'm happy with this, be happy. 54 handle. This was that. One fair value, two bullish entry. Done. I don't care the bearish. If you're looking for a sell short, that's completely up to you. You have one minute fair value, you have 15-minute fair values, but you are not caring about a daily bullish fair value. So that's up to you. Okay, I don't want to be part of that conversation. Even if there is any bearish setup, okay, inside of the other macro, this 50 to 10, and even if it delivered, that's not my uh that's not my direction or my setup, so I will not take that by any mean. And what I'm seeing here is no, there is no fair value, so this one I'm seeing this one. Okay, and it delivered. Why I'm saying this is because it was taking some liquidities from these areas. It was taking some liquidities from these areas. Okay, and if you are not marking this on, and for some reason you are marking this on, either way, it is still delivered. Even this high never took that third candle's high. This one, dangerously close, never took. So either way, it delivered. I'm not bearish. That's the part. Okay. I was bearish until this level. When that level was traded, I'm done for my bearish bias. I'm done with my bearish bias. Doesn't matter. Until from a daily chart, it's not closing below this fair value. I'm not looking for any sell shorts anymore. I will look for sell shorts where, do you know? It goes higher, trades around these areas, and then comes lower or trades above this 50% around these areas, any of, let's say, this fair value or this fair value, then comes lower. That's when I will be from there, and it left, let's say, very clean liquidities while it is going there. I have sell side liquidities from those areas until this. I will be bearish. Again, from here, I'm bullish. So bearish until a certain level, bullish until a certain level. I don't market higher and clear this exact equal high, but that will be cleared. This is literally that. Observe. Okay. This is what? Equal highs to equal lows. I don't know if you guys are, oh sorry, high to low, highest body to lowest body. Since this is the only area, oh come on, that color sucks. It was for the white background, but doesn't matter. close proximate here, liquidity there. So I'm looking forward to that close proximate. Simple. Okay. And similarly, when it will go higher, this is a perfect alignment, which is 458. So above this buy side, this is how far at least I want to see market reaching when market goes for the new all-time high. It's again for the black background, so the color will not pop up. This is that. The next level for the market. And the whole case of scenario, if you're looking for it, can be like this. Let's say this is the lowest it reached for before it could take that high. So that exact 25%, then that 50%, then this 20 lower 25%. You are now waiting for your setup to appear. Yeah, by the way, if you're identifying anything from 15 minutes, okay, your eye should be on 5 minutes. Because 15 minute is the higher time frame you identified something. 5 minute is the mid time frame where you will get the stages: accumulation, manipulation, reaccumulation, remanipulation, then the final stage of delivery. So you have two stages over here. When it will go higher, it will do the similar thing around the similar range, opposite. So high, let's say this is the 0. Okay, this is the 0. So this is the 25% where the reaccumulation happened. Reaccumulation happened. Okay, all this happened. This is the low. So this is similar thing, 0. So this is where you are expecting something like this. And by the way, at this level, you can expect, I draw too quick, but you can expect this thing to happen again. Like reaccumulation, manipulation, then the distribution. Like final level of distribution. And this should be volatile. This should be quick. Today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, next week, I don't care. It will happen. And from here going onwards, your eye should be on two levels. Okay? Number one is this daily fair value. If it breaks this, nothing on the left. Okay, I know there will be a lot of ups and downs in between, but the weekly fair value gap, I think that is somewhere here. So the weekly here, there will be some ups and downs, but until it reaches here, you are not bullish, you are bearish. Once the daily continuation gets broken, until that far, until this one gets broken, fuck, where is my bullish one? Just a sec. Need to fix the should be all right. So this is how far you want to be bearish. Why? Because once this one is broken, there is nothing to stop the market except this area. And observe where is that area sitting. A daily swing low, unfilled fair value gap. At the mid of that, unfilled fair value gap. So we have reason for market to come here. And in that case, this thing you keep extending. Okay, and you will get a lot of things. The bigger one, the higher time frame picture. For example, this was a bigger one. Okay, this was that bigger one. When before this happened, this is a high, or before that happened, this is a high. Okay, observe how that 25% overlapping fair value forming over here. This was the daily swing high. This was the daily swing low. Sell side taken, buy side taken. 25, like Swing high created, overlapping 25%, perfect retracement, new swing high created. Overlapping that, so far I have this order block, but from there, upper quadrant, this accumulation, manipulation, if it's a distribution phase until this level, this midpoint, which is here, this midpoint, then you are first waiting for this daily to get inverted. When it will be inverted, that's when using this as your first bearish PD array. Okay, already I'm seeing some possibility of change in state over here on the daily. So this can be the daily order block. If today market fails to close above that opening price, already a possibility of daily change in state. But until this one is broken, I'm not looking for sell shorts, big sell shorts or something. Okay, and I have some lows over here. This is low, this is low, this is low. All those lows will be taken out. And these lows are on the 4 hour chart, a very good structure. Okay, it's not something random. Just let me turn off this. There was liquidity grab happening while market was trading into a bullish fair value gap. So from this low to the highest it reached 50%, 50%. So after this trade, this is where it completed the cycle. So this has to be the new high, and this was that protected low that market didn't take. Okay, here traded 50%. This is a gap open that caused this issue, but whatever, doesn't matter. Eventually this is that new leg, or since it's a new week that is started, this is a new week, by the way. This is Friday, this is Sunday. Okay, so new week. Market has taken some sell sides, taken some buy sides. You're looking from this low to that high. This is that 50 and 75% market traded overlapping. You can use the new week opening gap or that volume or overlapping fair value gaps. Traded, completed. This is that new protected low. This was that high. First 25% rejected, took the high, then reached there. This is your 50% level. Okay, so this is from 4 hours how it looks. Okay, this is that level from where market is rejected, and that's where you have inversion on the left, you have bullish on the right, and you have a bullish here as well. Although it didn't, it is from the 4 hours. Okay, but the daily definitely higher than a 4 hour fair value, so priority goes to the daily first. So daily fair value midpoint and the range midpoint perfectly overlapping. That's where market traded now going higher. Okay. This is the projected terminus, which I think we didn't amazing, like 5 to 20 handles. So I don't care if it perfectly taps that or if it goes close to that. It's a exact alignment. So I would love to see that the market is reaching for that level. Okay, minimum. And the whole time, one thing I didn't show is the weekly consolidation that gave me a level like that. Okay. Exact equal lows. Where was that on? The lower one, the higher one. Is it changed? Just a sec. Pretty good time on the. Is it like this? No, there's supposed to be a exact alignment around that level. Let me check what I'm doing wrong. This whole thing. Oh, maybe I was looking with this body. Let me check. This is at the exact alignment, but not that one. So I might be looking at low is the same, but the body can be Okay, yes. So that negative 1.5 standard. Okay. And the biggest I remains. I will fix the upper one should not be this one. I will fix it. It's like the grid level on the upper side has some issues and there is no option to fix it. Okay, why I choose until that body, I will tell you that in a sec. So highest high and the lowest low. This lowest low has something in common. Okay, that's why I was looking for it. It's like this was the exact equal low over here. Even if you look from the daily, mark here. This was that exact equal low. This was that accumulation. Okay, manipulation, then the distribution. Market maker buy model on a higher time frame, big time frame. So this is that range. Lower was perfect alignment from where the market has fallen. Market has rejected and turned around. Even from the daily structure, this is a minus 2.5 standard deviation. On the top, this is at the first close proximity alignment was happening, but yeah, daily. 50% of that consolidation, the daily and weekly, highest body to the lowest body, highest high to the lowest low. So alignment, this week opened lower, but previous week was here. So that's that part. On the top, let me figure out. This is one level, but this one have a little issue. The issue is the grid level, it shows different areas over there. I will show you in a sec. So it's the exact same level actually, perfect overlap. Did I save it the other time? Okay, so that's literally perfect alignment. So on a bigger picture, my expectation is 25,525. Oh my god. The level is even more crazy. Something like this will be the end of our bull market. Okay? Until market reaches there. Let's see if that happens or not. And I can confirm with another thing also, which is when I grid from this to the initial consolidation, this is one grid. Where does that take me? Oh, maybe two. Yeah, two standard. Like two grid points. Something like this. Yeah, it's very close to that. So one grid and another one, another half. Not bad. Let's see. This is easily achievable from the market. So how far are we looking at? Another 2,200 handle. In percentage, how big is that? 11% altogether from the current area, 9.97. 9%, is it too hard? Let me check. This is like 5%. So no, it's okay. It's like one one good week like this will reach or take the market to there. One good week. On average, how it looks actually. 1.84, 1.35, 1.59, 2.35. Let's see, like average 2.62, 1.4, is a big week actually. So around 2% a week. Usually that's the usual move that I'm seeing. So I need four four green weeks or maybe one good week like this to reach here. It's still easily achievable. Good case or best case of scenario, it's trading this fair value then going for that. That will be like, so far it didn't trade a single weekly bullish fair value gap. That's where my problem still is. 50% level overlapping. We had a small bearish fair value at this level. Okay, so inversion here, close proximator overlapping, then this is the one. Yeah, guys, listen, I don't care how volatile the sell side delivery happens. Okay, whenever that happens, once market reaches to this fair value, okay, this is that fair value on the higher or bigger picture weekly. Market was taking liquidities and this is that continuation. So no matter how big or volatile the move, you don't want to be bearish when market is on this fair value. Okay, this is where you keep looking for buy loans one more time until from the weekly chart this fair value is broken. And so far it didn't do anything. Okay, so nothing that suggests me or tells me that this market is bearish. This is that same reason, same thing. It's like liquidity grab, that fair value. So this is that one of the most important fair value where market traded, and so far I'm liking the rejection. If by the end, if it can stay above this level, okay, the previous daily opening price, then I'm very interested in looking for that upper run again. And I have very clean liquidity here also. So this is going to be the first target, and the projected terminus was, I think, something like around this area based on yesterday's final price. And since you're looking at it from the 15 minutes chart, your best or stages you can confirm from your the stages you can confirm from your 5 minute. So this is that 5 minute. Okay, so bigger range and the stages inside of that range. And just because you have the bigger, maybe this one, since it's a bigger range, do like this, like dotted line, and reduce the values so that it doesn't bother you too much. And the one that you are looking for today, I hope this was the high of the day, or this was the high of the day. Forgot. I think this was the high of the day. Just a sec. Let me turn on the session breaker. I don't like. Where is it? Where is it? What the hell? Session break should be in the canvas, right? Events. So this, okay, that was the high of the day. It helps easy, like one settings straight away I can look for the highest and lowest point. Just one settings automatically gives me where the previous daily range was. So this was that. So you can keep this one as your regular one, like this way. Okay, so this is that regular one, like today's range, and the bigger one, dotted line. It, when you will be on your 1 minute chart, you will barely need that. Okay, so like this. Whether anyone took this buy long, like this buy long, any of this, like inversion inside of a macro entry or continuation after liquidity grab, market structure shift, fair value breaker, and it's happening from the daily bullish. Okay, and for those who doesn't know what I'm talking about, watch the Sunday meeting recording that I think Ganga Putro have shared. Okay, so above this section there is one section called meeting recording, and Ganga Putro have shared it. 20 July 2025 awareness session or something he named it. So that's where I was discussing or disclosing all everything. Dude, I think I have said enough. This was the breaker.
Thank you.
Overlapping bullish strips. No worries. Oh, you are still here, Outlander. I thought you went for bed or sleep.
No, not if you're gonna do a session. We're waiting for the session.
Okay.
Your session.
Listen, your strategy always presents your setup. It's you who needs to identify. It's you who needs to. You means not. I'm not talking to Outlander. Okay. It's like I'm talking in general. That you have to identify your setup. You have to participate. If you don't understand why this was the area I was talking on Sunday, that this is how far I want to see the market retracing and then going higher again. Okay, OV was looking for something else, and then something else means on this day when the fair value confirmed, when the market finished at this level, he was looking for a run towards these lows, and I corrected him. Okay, because why he should not be looking for it? Daily is not telling me that. Yeah, it will take this low, use this fair value, then go higher. And he has the knowledge, so the moment I pointed it out, within a minute he got his thing corrected. Okay, that yeah. So now it makes sense. It should not actually go for that. At least not when it's trading here. We can look for that once it breaks or closes below this from the higher time frame. So the one that takes liquidity, that's the most important one. Okay, and it is true for every time frame, every direction.
গেটে যাওয়ার সাথে সাথে দেখলাম যে পিছন থেকে বেশ বাচ্চা
Hello, brother. Thank
Yep.
you for very nice session. Actually, I have some question. It
Yep.
is not my question, but this question is for those people who actually texted something. Like they actually made that daily correctly, and that high time frame they actually in good. Okay, but
Yep.
when they engaging with very little time frame like 1 minute, they actually messed up with the movement. Okay, so
Yep.
my suggestion is if you are not finding very good, then 15 minute and 5 minute, you don't need to below that level to
Yeah,
find your
like go
setup.
below the 5 minutes or something. Yeah. Yes.
It
That's a
is
very
it
good
is
suggestion. It's like if
it
you
is
if you are
very
finding 1 minute, 5 minute had something over here, took liquidity, engulfed the lowest down, created the continuation, traded it, went higher, created another continuation. It's literally it is here. Propulsion block created, first gap it creates after propulsion block, remains unfilled, still unfilled, then the next continuation is happening.
Like today, we have that silver bullet in 3. Okay. That silver bullet, you can go there, brother. 3 a.m. 3 a.m.
Yeah. Just I was just marking out these things. But anyway.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
silver bullet. Okay. If someone is failed to find it in 1 minute, if in 5 minutes, the setup is also very nice.
Yeah,
You
even
see?
if you're looking for, let's say, buy long, okay, should not be the buy long, but let's say you're looking for a buy long. There was your inversion fair value gap. 3M started, open low created inside of the inversion, then this was the delivery. It was
Yeah.
delivering more than 1
See,
to 2 over here. I believe,
what,
okay, it's like
what
with my
is
eyes, I'm looking at it.
3?
No, I
Okay.
know. I'm saying if anyone is framing this buy long,
Yeah.
this way, yeah, so in that manner, not exactly, but yeah, close to that level. And eventually the 3M is this one was your 5 minutes inversion, and this is that continuation fair value, something like from the 5 minutes. In 1 minute I think there was even better one, but if you are finding it hard, okay, this is that if you are finding it hard on your um, 1 minute chart. So another thing, lowest point, highest point. This was that. Am I on the right? Yeah. So this was that 3 a.m. area. 3 started,
Yeah.
went higher. Yeah.
And they are also asking that 75 level where market is exactly tapped in that 935 area. No, okay, not that. In 415, no issue. That is also okay. That
Yeah. This one.
that 415 area,
Yeah.
you can see there is two fair value gap is overlapping there, the bearish.
Yeah. Bearish
So
fair
this is,
value, bullish inverted. That's the only bullish fair value in this entire lane. So
yeah. No, not that. That previous bearish one and that bearish one. That is also very good confluence to
oh no,
go.
this one.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying this one. This is also what I said. Like in the grid level, it will. So there was your inversion entry. There was your continuation fair value.
Exactly.
Right? It's like here. Close below, retapped, fall, continuation formed, traded, fall. By this time, how much? Let's see. I don't know why anyone takes a trade at the low of a gap when the gap should be, and this is a long week by the way. You don't actually need your stop loss here because by this time you have 1, 2, 3, 4 fair value gaps. The stop loss can be here. Second fair value candles high. So in that way it's like this, but let's say, okay, how far it reached. I'm just looking for that first, and then I will tell you how far your stop loss is delivering. The third candle's high, inversion entry. This is 1:2 point. Like just figure out 1 to 2. Okay. Then on the 5 minutes, if you are not bearish, if you are bullish, liquidity grab, market structure shift, breaker block, overlapping fair value gap. We have consecutive order blocks. First of all, change in state itself could have been a trade. It was there. All of them were there. Okay. From the low to the high, OTZ, it's literally that order block falling inside of that. Or since the fair value gap was there, maybe below 50 or at the level of 50. You don't need to put it all the way here, but just for the sake of. And what you're looking at, by the way, new range, maybe looking for something above 50. So that fair value gap, this one can be an area for you to take a partial, and that's delivering more than on. And the scenario is still remaining the same. Okay, let me remove the OTZ one. Let me show you how the scenario remains the same. This is the bigger one. Okay, let me check. So this is that range. 75% overlapping fair value on the left, inversion. 50% overlapping fair value on the left, inversion. It happens, okay? And then finally, the buy side, or that 75% that was traded here during the near AM session. And by this time, any of this entry from here, all of them delivered. This one, I would go a little lower, but anyway. Breakaway gap, there is a very small fair value. So breakaway gap candle slow, or in this fair value, third candle slow. I believe it was good enough. Could have gone a little lower, but doesn't matter. It's literally like liquidity is until this far, and it's even here as well, like this entry as well. I want to check one thing. Oh, my whole internet just. So the entry could have been at least from this level, at least from this level. So this is like 9-3R. Okay, I don't want to force until the exact top. I'm just marking that buy side and a tick above the buy side like this. This is a 1.9R. And by the meantime, if you have got anything, then be aware of this type of move. While it's going higher without creating bullish fair value and taking liquidity, be aware of this type of move. Okay, after trading this fair value gap, this was the fair value it created. Okay, from there it didn't trade this fair value, but this is how it was going higher. And this was your 930 only single inversion fair value gap from the 5 minutes chart. This was that. And then overlapping this, you had more. It's like 6 AM the fair value gap was sitting around, I think, this level, the 6 AM gap. That's what it was stepping at 930. Then further continuation. It's like when you stick with one chart or one PD array, you get what you look for. You get what you look for. Huge gap, broken, inverted, used, went higher, took the high it is coming from. Continuation fair value gap, broken, used it, liquidity taken. On the left, we had some fair value gaps to look at. Maybe this could have been a target, or if you understood or identified this, similar. Okay, it's like that, a staircase. So if you understood the liquidity and the area it is willing to revisit, then maybe after taking a partial, you could have looked into the rest. But it is that same single gap. Why I'm saying this? One fair value, the whole move created, broken, retested, and that is inside of a kill zone, inside of a third candle's high is here. Okay, 1 2 3, third candle's high, a stop loss there. The low it was retracing from, that's already a 3R. And how long it took? After this is 9:30 candle. On the 9:35 candle, you got your entry. Okay, let me actually put it the place it is, and just a tick or two below. This candle gave you the entry. This is the next candle, got nearly 3 hour profit over here. And then if you understood, after taking partial, moving a stop loss to break even or in a small profit, at least this, okay, if not more, at least this is a 9.3 hour trade, but I got the trade from same area. I think it's the same area. Yeah, but my trade, yeah, it literally the same area, because this is exactly where I had the oval, the 6 a.m. and the 2 a.m. gap. Forgot here. No. Oh, here. This is where I got my entry. 141, but that's not my take profit, by the way. Partial taken in multiple levels, but take profit was 29.75. With a 17.5 handle. No, my stop loss was 19 handle. Oh, that level, exactly that level. 19 handle. So it was a 9.37. Overall, like if I talk about the partials, took a partial around this area, took a partial below this low. After that, the rest I held. Yeah, so 2 partials in 2 levels. Let me check. 2.17, a little bit below that low. I forgot there is a fair value here. This one. This fair value, okay. So I was talking about this fair value gap. This one. Because that other low was sitting right above that fair value. So that's where my second partial happened. Yeah, that level. And then held the rest until this level. So it was like 2.17, 4.57, and 29.75. 9.37. So if we combine that, divide by 3, overall it was something like a 6-7 hour trade. 6 hour. That was a 6 hour. Okay, so yeah, that's how the market works. And this is how you should be looking for that. So this is that high it formed. This is that fair value I was talking about, overlapping your new ego. That you may be bullish until a certain level, either this fair value or this fair value. This is that fair value gap. Let me fix the new yeah, it has messed up my all the drawing. I have to do it again. I don't know, I created new layouts, but it's still white. Removed it from this one also when I removed all my things. Was that yesterday? Yes, and NQ. Do you know where the issues are? I will show you the issues. This is that. Okay, see this high It's not this high, okay? It was this high. This high is this high. And it was taking the liquidity like here while it was failing multiple times. And it was like this. That high. And that's why when this low was taken, that was the liquidity grab market just shift in breaker. And it will be corrected. This one, okay, taken by ES. NQ didn't take. So that SMT, while ES should be more bearish and NQ should be more bullish. That's still intact. Market is still following that. So what happened on the top will be corrected. Okay, it should be corrected.
It will.
Problem is this is a comparison chart, so the magnet doesn't work. But this is that comparison chart. So I have to zoom it in and make it better like this way. But this will be corrected. Okay, this is
Pending.
the all-time high for both of them. I haven't checked how the YM is doing. Let me check.
There's nowhere.
YM is way below. The first one. It didn't even trade here. Man.
Mine is nowhere around these two.
Low was good. This low. I'm on a 15-minute chart. Okay, so let me check on the daily. Where is YM? Hey,
Still
but they're
trying to
similar.
catch that
So,
high.
by the way, how is the market during New York AM session? Why? How bad or how good is it? This is the 9:30 when every other market was coming lower. This was the only guy going the opposite way because it should be. It is not even close to that all-time high. All-time high is like here and it's sitting here. 44,000. What the fuck? This is 44,600. How that is? Oh, that's 46,300. Okay, okay. I got confused for a sec. Now the reason I'm looking at YM is the other time it's very sad. Nothing. Okay, so you cannot trade the other time. Only the New York session, the candle starts to be comparatively better. It's still not tradable, by the way. It's like volume imbalances everywhere over each other. Okay, it's disturbance. But at the moment, this is something that have reference on the left, that has reference on the right. Doesn't matter. Let's see how it goes. ES has created the all-time high. how many days ago, and where is it currently in terms of Nasdaq? So Friday 27th June. Yes, created way before that. No, actually a day before that. June 30th is when NQ did it. And ES did it on June 26th, Thursday. So NQ did 2 days after ES did it. And this guy is trying very hard to catch up to reach those areas. It's like do or die situation for this guy. I want to keep this level over here because by that time it should deliver until that projected terminus. This is that. It is more or less the same the other days. Only today is different. Today everyone else is bearish, only this guy is bullish. It's okay. %, rest of it, confirmation. The 15 minutes, right?
This macro is giving some bullish entry. Fifteen minute bullish candle.
15 minutes, but 1 minute, let me check how it looks. This was that new accumulation, manipulation, distribution, retracement higher. 50, 25, inversion bearish. On the bullish leg. Bullish. Okay. Yes, there are like 15-minute bullish fair value gap, and there is a inversion here. But my
Yes.
eyes are still on this thing. This is a very bad sign on the 5 minutes over. See this?
Yeah.
This is that previous, like the bigger range, okay, the 50% level where it has created a inversion, and that's this range from this low to that high. That's also the 25%. Let me check before I think much. Delivered already, so
Market upper fair value gap 50%.
This one
Yeah.
or this inversion one?
No. That bullish one, bearish one, bearish one. Let's see.
That inversion already
Yeah, delivers.
this one already done. More than 1 to 2 done. Oh, by the way, this is 203. Is this the 2 p.m.? Okay.
To 2 p.m. first
So,
gap.
no, this is exact 2 p.m. candle. I'm looking forward to the
Okay.
next one.
Okay. Yeah. Next one will be the bearish one. How it reacts in that
What
25
was this?
area.
15 handle, 7.5 handle. Okay. Now this is where I want to see a fair value gap created or forming. And so for the new range, yes, it can take this trade into this area. That's still on these areas. Inside of
50
this
level, 50 level have also a bag. Very small bag.
Yep. Now this is that 15-minute bullish continuation. Let's see what the market is with at this level. Because this is just the 2 p.m. The new 4-hour started. Because I was looking at this, okay, like it has traded the premium range, a
Yeah.
premium range discount array traded 50% of that fair value perfectly traded, while we have a new week opening gap here as well, overlapping. Traded that. Now it has on the 5 minutes, I'm seeing like it has a fair value and overlapping, like that 50% level overlapping. It has inverted this and it has given a bearish fair value gap as well.
Yes.
So this is something
Not
indicating
good.
it can go lower, okay? And
Yes.
that lower
And
run,
and the 4 hour is not looking. It's very bearish. That ending
no,
4 hour.
I'm observing like this is the 4-hour candle open, straight away went higher. So I would love to see it's first coming bit lower, creating the low, then if it's willing to go higher that way.
Yeah. I think this 4 hour, previous 4 hour is like very bearish. Previous 4 hour candle have little, very little up
This
moves.
is for the observation. I want to observe because it didn't close below that up close candle that was needed. 4 hours first up close candle, a change in state was needed over here, this level. So this could have acted as that next area of support resistance. Because what I'm seeing in terms of the market is it can come for this fair value gap one more time. Maybe So that fair value. Yeah. Something like this level. Because I'm not bearish from these areas, I'm not taking any sell short setups. But this is where first thing you need to do is this candle. Okay, this is the 4 hour first green candle. You need the change in a state of delivery or order block. If it fails to stay below that, that's not bearish signs. So that's why I just put this positioning tool so that I can see that if anyone is performing this sell short for any reason, if there is looking still the sell shorts, if they're getting that thing or not. First gap forming here, yeah, 4 hours first gap. Yes, so this will be the 2 p.m. silver bullet gap. If it is presented, by the way. Still 25 seconds left. So keep it aside.
ভুট্টো সাহেবের কথা রাখিনি।
হ্যাঁ কোনটা? ও কথা দিয়ে কথা রাখেনি বরুণা। না না না, আমি তো ওই জন্যই কইলাম যে if it is presented then this will be the first gap. এটা রেখে দিলাম সাইডে যাতে নেক্সট গ্যাপ হইলে এটারে ধরে এনে এইভাবে সেট করে দিতে পারি।
পুলিশেই দিক, পুলিশে দিলেই যাবে না নিচে।
না বুলিশই হবে এটাতে। এই যে এই ক্যান্ডেলের দেখছো না ওপেনিং প্রাইসটারে কেমনে সাপোর্ট বানাইছে, সো এটা শুড বি বুলিশ বাট
We kicked me out for use sell short, otherwise might have been top one trader is ripped.
they kick
This
me out
side-
from huge sell short, otherwise it might have been 1400 something like top one trader is rigged. Have you talked about anything like have you
Ravi, are you there, brother?
day one, is it
Yes.
minus 600 Ravi or the
Yeah, minus
No, no, no.
600.
No. Minus, bro. A1.
huh?
A my post in the image.
No bro,
500,
fix it
1500,
fix it
581.
instead of that hyphen put a clone over there, okay, or put plus 600 plus something like that,
Yeah.
because it's anyone will read it as a minus 600.
It
My
looks like
bad.
minus.
Ore bhaiya, 4 hour, the moment this level is getting closed below, that's when you will have it. And this is that, nah, let it form first, because still it can do the same shit from this same level.
This time it will not. আজকে বাংলাদেশও কথা দিয়ে কথা রাখলো না। দেখছো?
জিতে গেছে নাকি?
হ্যাঁ, বাংলাদেশ জিতে গেছে।
পাকিস্তান যে শিট খেলছে ভাই।
না, ম্যাচ তো পুরা বাইরে গেছিল। সেই ম্যাচ আবার মানে
Look at
ঘুরে
that. Last second again coming back.
No,
Give the
this
first
is-
gap is which? See,
this
বলছিলাম
is
না ওই the
so
same level.
cute, man. Holy shit. Oh.
See that?
Oh,
This
no.
is one of the most important level over here. This is a 4 hour candle opening price.
Yeah.
এই জন্যই বলতেছিলাম না যে until it closes below this, I'm not
Correct.
satisfied with the market.
So now if it go for high, okay, like
It gonna
this,
take that high one more time, then it gonna come back.
yeah. You can frame that sell short as
But
at that up
if it's
up
not
above.
a if it's not a consolidation that we are looking for another like 15-20 minutes, then this high has to be cleared one more time
Has to be
and trade somewhere here or even here around this level and then fall.
50, yeah. No way, man. How now they are acting like that Asian move started
Yeah,
in PM.
PM session. We need Donald Trump. We need this. What
But
is it?
today actually that when the Fed actually talk in that 9:30, it's
Yeah,
like amazing. Someone is want to buy at that level, okay? That
this level.
4950 area, yeah. But somehow Outlander told him not to trade in 9:30.
Oh, here.
Yeah. That 50
Holy
level.
shit.
It- I think Ali Ali was
Why this
thinking
can be a buy?
that
How?
breaking of that to that liquidity and breaking of that structure, it will go for the Asia high as they think.
Oh man. And they ignored all this.
Yeah, this 2M candle is doing that thing again, okay?
And this was
Yeah.
the settlement, literally the perfect exact tap on the settlement over here. From
Two
here.
tick.
For those who doesn't understand what settlement is your 414 candle closing price. This 414 candle closing price. Okay, so this is your settlement. And
Today
930
actually,
was, where did the 930 opened? Here. So your opening range gap is from here to here. This is how it looks. Okay, and this itself, if it was a bigger range, for example, let's say 930 started around this area, it's like this, then you grid this on as well. This is another grid level like this. Okay, and what you expect is initial move, 930 initial move. It should, for example, let's say this was the 930 opening price, okay, like here. So
go
the first
yesterday.
move you expect is at least 25 or at least 50, like minimum 25, best is 50. From there, market can again go lower. So wait until that happens. Today, market opened at this level, so you don't really need to grid it any longer because it's a very small level. But this is how the 930 happened. Okay, so the opening range gap was like this. It was very close, so it filled up the opening range gap. Then the fall started. Like this. Okay. Yeah, that sell short is playing off, Braya.
Yeah,
And finally it closed below that also. And I'm thinking it should come for this area, like this fair value gap area. But let first deliver this. Oh, do we have the gap now? Damn it, it's
yeah.
the exact same gap and same level. Look at
Yeah.
oh man. but the gap is,
Very small.
it sucks. It sucks. This is going to be the next buy side.
পাকিস্তানের আজকে 30 রানে 6 উইকেট গেছিল, সেই ম্যাচ 1 ওভারে 9 রান লাগতো ওদের। তা ওরা হারে গেছে যদিও, কিন্তু এই হলো অবস্থা।
Oh, by the way, let me remove this one. Oh, amazing. Amazing. Something amazing happening in the market. Let me check what amazing happening in the market. Trump cuts tariff on Philippine goods to
Yeah,
19% from 20%, 1% cut. Canada PM Corny, Trump, we consider our trade deal with the Philippines. They will pay 19% tariff and the US.
Hello, good
0%.
people.
Who is this? Who is this bad people? By the way, this is the top of your daily fair value gap, okay? So
So
let me
Trump-
remark that.
Trump
Guys,
again doing his
what's
things.
happening, guys? What's happening, guys?
Sagar, why your voice is like this?
Someone beat his ass out. Someone has beaten his ass out.
This fucking market. I hate
Why?
market.
Why? It is the most
Why?
beautiful market.
मैं यही कहने लगा भाई, इतना मस्त प्राइस एक्शन था ना आज, एक नंबर प्राइस एक्शन। आहा,
Daily. Remember that middle point, Rakesh?
कौन सा भाई? इसका डेली का फेयर वैल्यू गैप का?
Forgot.
हाँ,
नहीं,
जो आपने बोला था मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट, मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट। हाँ हाँ,
Yeah.
तीनों ओवरलैप कर रहे थे ना।
That level. And
Waited
after
all
market
day to
trading
buy.
there, how big to buy long setup?
Yeah,
Here is
waited
one
all day.
liquidity grab market shift breaker fair value, and that
There was again around 1
setting.
p.m.
Yeah, no, this is like, yeah, like one here,
Morning mein.
one here. This is like
Hmm.
10, the silver bullet, 10 a.m. silver bullet. We had a news until
मेरे
10
साथ।
a.m. So after the news,
हाँ
this
हाँ
was that,
अच्छा।
and this was that next one.
I had Soham with me. I
Yeah.
said now a wonderful buy setup will form. Buy
Yeah.
setup formed, but I could tell that initially in the beginning you don't have the guts to take those buys, because I was asking him. I was saying, okay, this is market structure shift, this is liquidity grab, this is fair value gap, this is your buy. बोला भाई इतना गिरा है भाई, buy करूंगा और गिर जाएगा। मैंने कहा हाँ ठीक है। Initially I did not have the balls, so मैंने उसको बोला कि okay, you mark this level and note what happens, okay, at least digest this information what is happening. फिर 1 बजे फिर से मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर शिफ्ट हुआ। मैंने कहा कि भाई दिस इज योर अनदर 22i2 मॉडल। बोला भाई मेरा हो गया एक दिन का।
और कहाँ से गिरा भाई?
ये गिरा भाई, मैंने जो चीज नोटिस किया ना, 1800 से लेके और जो इसकी रेंज थी ना चंदन की, उसके 75% से गिरा है।
नहीं नहीं नहीं, high
इस
of the
रेंज से
day to the low of
तो
the day,
हाँ
50%.
नहीं, ये तो अभी गिरने के बाद आप बोल रहे हो ना। नहीं नहीं नहीं, 9:30 से पहले की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं। सिर्फ अगर 8:30 आप देख लो, 9 o'clock देख लो। हाँ तो ये कहाँ से गिरा? यस,
नहीं वो तो ठीक है, ऑलरेडी वो
75% ऑफ दैट। यस हाँ, अभी क्या कर रहा था कि ये
75%. Rakesh, let's speak in English so that other can understand. This was
yeah,
that
there were
settle-
many things.
this settlement.
Hmm.
Then this is where you had the new day opening gap from here to here. Okay.
Today's
Yeah.
then is 6 p.m. gap.
6 p.m. first presented
Man of the
gap.
match, man of the day, 6
The
p.m.
man
gap.
of the match means the hero
Yeah.
of today.
Uh,
Okay, and this was how the 6 p.m. before looking during the and this is the New York.
and also
So
there was
center
1 hour
line, new
very
day
shorter
of
block.
this and then this. Okay, and then here was your first from the high to low, the grid level. We already went through everything, like everything,
Hmm.
not just today, the whole week.
And the 50% was not allowing the price to go higher.
Yeah.
No, not from here, but from below after the fall.
No, here. I'm talking about before the market move. This was that
Okay.
50%, this was that fair value, this was that inversion on, then this was the 75%, this was the fair. We have on the left, if we look, we will get our inversion as well.
Okay, Asif bhai, if I read it like this, that today is Tuesday, according to market profile, if the price is bullish, like if I am expecting weekly candle to be bullish, expect Tuesday to take the Monday low. Because there was fair value gap also, so it was reinforcing my idea. The thought process, is it right?
I just look for the liquidities and the structures.
Yeah, liquidity was there on top
Then
of this
for daily
around
weekly
1
profile, I care, bro.
204
That
and
shit
170 levels.
ever since Donald Trump came in, that thing is no longer in play.
No profile.
Because most of the Monday you see big expansions.
Yes. But it
Because
will
on the weekly profile, Monday should be accumulation, Tuesday
Yeah.
should be manipulation, and from Wednesday, it's not like that. It's a bigger scenario. Okay.
Nowadays
in
it
my
is not
market
like
maker
that.
series, in my market maker series, I have talked about it. Like just because it is Monday doesn't need to be consolidating. It
Mm.
depends on at what stage of the delivery we are looking.
Mm.
It depends on that.
market again going
Okay,
back.
sorry, Abhivai. I have a question actually. Exclusive question to you. Did you wait for the buy setup or you participated in the sell short?
Which one?
Top, no, top one. Okay. After the initial, yes.
No, here I had confidence. Here I had reason.
Yeah.
Because you are not here, I don't want to repeat the whole thing. But
Just say me one line, bas.
yeah. Let me
If
just
someone
come to that
recorded
point.
this today,
I recorded.
okay.
This was the 2 a.m. first gap. Okay.
Hmm.
This was that overlapping and also the grid. 25%, 50% grid level was here for the daily range. Okay. Like today's range, high to low. This was that. Then see
Big
this
imbalance.
retracement. This was the
Hmm.
25% of the grid. Okay. It's like the lower, like from the lowest to the highest. Lower 25% overlapping fair value, and here also you had your 6 a.m. gap. Okay, so the 6 a.m. started, I think this was, no, somewhere here. Here.
601.
This was the 6 a.m. first presented gap, and this was that overlapping PD array.
Hmm.
Okay, so 6 a.m. gap, 2 a.m. gap, which are the important ones for the London session, for the New York session. So market open gap, 6 a.m. gap, 2 a.m. gap. Then finally, this is the PM session gap. It's not a very good one. I was expecting a better gap, but doesn't matter, whatever it is. Okay. And then that one was this one.
Trump is back
Yeah.
in form.
12:08.
No, this is 10.
10.
6 minutes. अच्छा 10 है क्या? ओके 10:06 का कुछ गैप था जिसको मैंने बोला था ट्रेड करेगा तो बाय बनेगा आई थिंक। मेरे पास चार्ट खुला नहीं है अभी बट सो यू आर स्टिल एक्सपेक्टिंग शॉर्ट्स हियर? आई डोंट
Oh, no, no, no.
no, I
Expecting
think this
shorts
is
is,
accumulation
yeah,
manipulation.
this one. You don't have to think.
Small.
This is 2 a.m. started, went higher. So if you are bullish on the market, you see the lower.
Wick,
No
yeah,
need,
wick,
no
4
need
hour
to
wick,
think.
right?
This was that, yeah, this was that inversion fair value for the macro, and that entry. Done.
Done.
Although I was looking forward to this fair value retest. So maybe until this for you could have held. Okay. Something like this.
Mm.
Or 15-minute breakaway gap top. Something like this. Okay. But I'm bullish. Market retested, revisited the same area. Again, inside of a macro, inside of your silver bullet. There was that 25% level overlapping inversion. There was that propulsion block. Sorry,
The
order
next
block.
red candle, can you call it propulsion?
Yeah,
The
this
previous,
is that.
yeah, this one, yes.
And then
Mm.
you have that inversion again. Only thing is,
There is an inversion overlapping bullish also. The same thing. The secret sauce.
the sauce.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, everything is making sense today.
Only thing is Donald Trump talking, so be aware. That's the part.
हाँ ठीक है भाई, सुबह परेड है, जाना है।
Ciso,
क्या बोला है?
Ciso did a very.
Either Gangaputri he
Ciso.
shorted open and long from DTC.
No.
Yeah, भाई, what he did?
He took a buy long. Then closed, like within this candle range, he closed already that one. And then he took another buy long on here, closed on this area. Oh, Ciso. Oh man. Your buy long was something
Which
like
company?
this level.
This
Eight,
is
9
like
handle.
not 1 minute.
না 1 মিনিটই ওই যে এই ক্যান্ডেলটা স্ক্রিনশট নিছিল কিন্তু এটা পরে যে গ্রিন হইছে এটাই
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা আচ্ছা। Okay.
Okay.
প্রথম
he
প্রথম
took
যেটা
two partials actually. He took in two contracts from here, a partial at this level which is 13-14 handle nearly, and then closed the other one around this level, 9 handle. Wow. 23 handle from here to here.
yes,
Caesar is the king of a scalp.
Ciso is like 1 minute trader.
Oh shit, bro. Caesar is the king of scalping. Oh man.
Okay then gentlemen, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
परेड नहीं होती तो रुकता।
This is still has to be here.
Has to be here.
this market is from
This level
Going
will
forward,
be a very
218 to 220 2025. It actually went from 172 to 23. 60 handle already move. But for if you enter with the high momentum, then you can actually know what.
This is
the moment of truth.
चलो guys, good night. Asif bhai, I'll see you on giveaway.
okay.
When is the next giveaway?
First
Next.
week of the month.
surviving on giveaways. चलो bye guys, good night. Sorry मैं actually 12 बज गए हैं तो और सुबह 5
I
बजे
don't
उठना
know.
है.
This time, like, I didn't get any on that
Sales.
affiliate. Yeah. Because I have
We
taught them how not to blow the account. Started buying less. You know, I should have taught them how to blow the account.
you should live stream on YouTube and take some losing trades, like somebody whom I cannot name. You know, grown up guys, they cannot just name anyone. You know,
I'm like cutting my own own tree, fruit tree.
yeah.
Yeah, this is
You
the
don't
good.
need fucking tree. You are a jungle by yourself. See,
You called him Jogni? No.
now I will call him
I
Asif the
got
jungle.
from the Blue Guardian, bro, like for a interview type thing. For when I got the payout, like share your feeling, this that. But I deleted that because
I know.
their YouTube had like 200, 300 subscribers.
Bolo, fuck off. First reach 1 million, then I will give interviews.
You know, like that time they didn't have any, so I didn't
Oh
see
my.
any. Oh, by Fed is still talking, by the way. Yeah, the guy is still talking. But this is that buy side. Ciso already in a trade from here, I think. Oh, Ciso already in a trade from there. Let me check Blue Guardian. How many subscribers they gained? They have like
He said yes.
869 subscribers.
Oh,
Not yet.
I
They are
want
not
to.
yet.
I want to
No.
see their earning as well.
Oh man. This man is working so hard. There, this YouTube guy. Yeah,
28
bhai.
days, 541 Bangladeshi taka. Oh, by the way, I don't know what happened with this one. This one, the highest short view,
Revenue.
3,161. Oh, you want to see something? Let me show you something. 29 Bangladeshi taka.
Wow. This is very, very, very good amount, brother. Don't be upset.
Start slow.
So I earned 24 cents
Wow.
with
You are rich.
3,100 views. Nearly 3,200 views.
Now you are rich by
Yeah, man.
24 cents.
I'm rich by 0.24 cents again. What like comparing to yesterday?
Anyways, progress is progress.
Yeah, that's it.
Take it positively. Just turn this 3176 to 3176 millions and you're rich. So easy. Like trading. Yesterday, you responded to the sarcasm of Peter. He's here. I like that.
Look at
I like
this.
that you remember that.
Look at
All
this.
male.
How can someone be this
Oh, yeah.
Specific.
like out of 3,100, like nearly 3,200 views?
Oh man.
Like the total view is 3.2k out of 3,176 views.
2 people even subscribed because of this. They want to see more.
100% male.
Yeah. No fake
This is
ID as
how.
well.
Asif bhai,
Huh?
that shows that how many men like you.
Why not in Bangladesh? Eh,
Most of them from US.
Yeah.
So
US,
Bangladesh,
UK.
you don't
Good
have
thing.
13, 12. Go below, brother. Oh,
Don't have from Bangladesh.
yeah, I
And
see.
you are
So
getting money in Bangladesh taka.
no, I see. But that thing is like not good because of I see. But 13 people, I we don't reach the up above the Brazils. It is not good. Estimate revenue.
USA gave me 16 taka.
Yeah.
These are all 2 cents, 2 cents, 2 cents. Then 3 cents, 3 cents, 3 cents. Then for how much I earned from India? 10
10
cents.
अरे वाह वाह, मतलब इंडिया का भी योगदान है.
हाँ 10 cents. 10 Bangladeshi paisa. Cents.
एक
Bangladeshi
टॉफी भी नहीं
cents.
आएगी यहाँ से भाई.
हैं?
इसमें
ऐसे भाई एक
इसमें
टॉफी भी नहीं आएगी.
टॉफी बोल रहे हो भाई? ऐसा वाला कुछ बांग्लादेश पे अब नहीं है. मतलब 10 सेंट्स वाला कोई कॉइन नहीं.
एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता.
cents.
आसिफ भाई
वो
बोल रहे हैं कि
वो वो
मैं इंडियंस को अमीर बना रहा हूँ और इंडियंस मेरे को 10 सेंट.
in many of the district we actually banned the 2 taka coin.
let
So
me see
2
something.
टका इज अ गाली इन इंडिया. 2 टके का.
Let me see something.
है ओबी भाई. 2 टके का इज अ स्लैंग इन इंडिया. आई होप ये पाकिस्तान में बांग्लादेश में भी होगा.
या बांग्लादेश में वो क्या बोलते हैं उसको वो 2
2
टके
टके
की
की नौकरी.
नोट जो है ना नोट वो चलता है लेकिन वो कॉइन जो है ना वो
बंद कर दिया.
बैन नहीं
This
किया.
one is a rich one. Okay, this gave me 1,001.
Right now people are watching that video right now.
1,100. That's like $9.
Wow.
From
So,
Because of the length and the view, right?
yeah, revenue. Okay, let me go to the revenue.
And most of
No.
people from US.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Audience. Again, 100% male. Strike rate continues. But this one actually gave me something. See that? 43.2% people subscribed after watching this video. That's a very
Yeah.
good sign actually.
Yeah.
And top geographics, India 36%, Pakistan 5.5%. Here I have Bangladesh.
Yeah. Because
Here
आसिफ
I
भाई
have
आपका जो
Bangladesh on 4.
आसिफ भाई
Good
आपने जो
progress.
आज का रिकॉर्ड किया कहीं शेयर कर सकते हो.
हाँ YouTube में कर दूंगा. YouTube में वो क्या कहते हैं?
अनलिस्ट.
Unlist में नहीं
हाँ
डालना
हाँ.
आसिफ भाई. You can
नहीं
post
नहीं नहीं वो
publicly.
क्या कहते हैं करके वो
प्लेलिस्ट
उसमें
में
डाल
डाल
मीटिंग रिकॉर्डिंग में डाल दो.
जी भाई जी थैंक यू. मैं निकलता हूँ भाई मेरे को ना कॉर्पोरेट जाना है. फिर कल मिलते
कोई
हैं.
बात नहीं. Estimated revenue transaction.
अलविदा दोस्तों.
I have some request for if someone is free, okay, and compress some videos like the important part, then it will be nice for us.
कंप्रेस
It's
मतलब
okay. It's okay.
अपनी लैंग्वेज में.
I will make all very soon. Maybe
I can do it OBY, but my system is not support.
नहीं, व्हाट डू यू मीन
yeah,
बाय
I will do
कंप्रेस.
it. It's okay. I will do it. I'll make some videos. I will make some step by step guides. Okay, so from starting from the candle again, from the candle to the market maker series, all of them. Continuation,
28
inversion, timing,
28
everything.
28 से challenge चालू है ना?
Yeah, obviously. Okay, this time Bangladeshi people give you 8.
Huh, 8.58 taka.
Wow, thanks to
I
me.
forgot
Yeah.
where I did it. Let me put it back to the US dollar.
ये कैसा community है यार? 4 बार बाय बोल
I
चुका
think
हूँ
it
but
should be
जाने
the
का मन नहीं
channel
कर रहा.
settings or something value here.
Why? No,
Bye.
no, no.
Bye 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 bye
Bangladesh,
bye
Okay.
bye 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 bye
Bangladeshi
Okay, bye,
people.
bye. You go. It's okay. Let it be the
उसका मन नहीं कर
Bangladeshi.
रहा जाने का.
हाँ.
On sell short, on buy long. And if you are bullish, sell short is not your trade. Buy long is the trade. And definitely you don't have to put the stop loss here. Okay. Your stop loss doesn't need to be here. Especially by the time you are getting this, there is a bullish fair value gap. There is a 15-minute bullish fair value that market closed above again. So something like this. This was the fair value at 50%.
Yeah.
And this was that. Overlapping TD.
Okay. I have another question that I forgot. Someone has
Yes.
asked me, brother, if the market closes above that 50, so how he can anticipate the long or short, that greeding level.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. In any grading, no matter what. Like if you are in Delhi, okay, market is around that 50 area. So I told him where the market came from. It is depending on that. It is okay
Yeah.
because when you are in 50, if market not consolidating, then it's very difficult to uh, predict that next range because if it clears the high or low, then it will go for that high or low. It is so simple. Like today, this one market is failed to hold that 50%, then go for that 75% and then break it down because of the liquidity in above that 75 area.
Yeah,
Before
here
9.
and then here on this one. Yeah. No, 9 is here. I'm not looking for this one. I'm looking for this area. Like London started, where it traded, how it came lower, that one. During
Yeah,
the
brother.
London session.
During the London, the high low was, yeah, right here. Here is the low. So after trading that 50, it nearly above that 75 area,
Yes.
but it didn't tap that 75 level.
Yes.
But it and this left side one is also pending. Yeah. This gap is pending for that run. But in 930, it clears all these two levels.
Yeah. And this was that overlapping confluence. First of all, this fair value gap. Then when market came, this is your new day opening gap. Today's new day
Yeah,
opening
yeah,
gap. Overlapping
correct.
bearish fair value gap. Then exactly at the 50% level overlapping bearish fair value gap. Right above it, there was another continuation fair value here. One single move came, created a new low, extend it, $25, $50 overlapping bear, like 25 overlapping bearish fair value.
Yeah.
By the meantime, there was a inversion as well. Okay. When the fall, the low it was retracing from, that's taken, new low created. Actually, the first one was here. Okay. From here it came, created a new low. Then retraced into inversion, then came fall, created new low, and the low it was cycle completed over with this leg or this leg. However you want to mark it. The reason is when it was completed here, you didn't get your MSS. It
Correct.
created another low. Still you didn't get the MSS. Came lower, took the liquidity, finally you got the MSS. Okay, and from there this was that next. So you're looking at something like this, from this low to that high. Already it itself is a grid, but if you draw the OTZ, that was the only area or fair value gap traded. Okay, so the big range, since you have the 50 here, there is a liquidity here, there here, this entry, okay, OTZ entry, maybe you have taken based on fair value gap or something. If you are taking OTZ, try to at least cover this 79 level and wherever the PDRs are telling you to put it. For example, I would maybe put here. Okay, and then this is the 50 where I have a liquidity. So maybe the max I would target, or at least the level I would look for a partial, this fair value or above this high. So at 50 or at this that fair value, whatever feels comfortable to you, like this. This was that. And by the meantime, if you framed anything based on this on, there is a, this is the 2 a.m. So yeah, 6 a.m. gap.
6 a.m. gap.
6 a.m. gap. Then there is another liquid shift fair value gap. There is a small inversion here also overlapping with that 6 a.m. PDRA. There is an inversion here. Bullish PDRA is forming. Whatever, wherever you feel comfortable. This is that breaker, liquidity MSS breaker. Inside of one trade, there was another setup over here. So either way, even if you are taking the entry based on this, a stop loss, one fair value, two fair value, either here or here, any of those two levels, wherever you feel comfortable. Similar thing, 1 to 2 target or this fair value gap, first target. Okay, this is literally where if you are happy, you're done for the day. It's not a small profit also. And
Very
then
good.
the rest. That high is still the highest. That low was still the lowest. Next session started. Already went through this. That 75% level where the market traded, where the liquidity grab happened, where the settlement of the gap of the day, where the unfilled fair value gap was. Okay, right above the liquidity.
Yeah, we should target it next day.
Yeah.
Coming up with it.
And then this was that sell side liquidities, and you have these equal lows, you have these relative equal lows. Market traded 50% overlapping. Okay, so this is in premium, 50% overlapping fair value, continued lower, cleared the low, created the new swing low all the way back here, and from there the move again. Okay, and this is the daily bullish fair value until what you were bearish and from where you are bullish. And this is how this fair value gap presented, two setups, one here, one here. Even this is a setup, as long as you identified it on the correct. Okay, silver bullet 4 p.m. opening price, 2 p.m. opening price, first gap of 2 p.m. When market broke above that, this is how it used it. Okay, and this is a liquidity level. I think it is taken already, or if it's not taken, no problem, but
No,
this is
not
literally
taken. Not
yeah,
taken
but
yet.
already by this time it has delivered pretty good one. And this is the fair value gap overlapping the 50% strength.
Wow.
For
Now,
both side, okay,
now
not
it
just
will
this side, on this side as well, the common thing, okay, the common thing.
market reach the level.
25%, the common thing, bearish fair value inverted, bullish fair value created at 25. This was the 25% perfect tap and reject. Okay, and then the common thing here, this part, I don't know why it is not showing the candle over here, but whatever it is, there was a fair value gap at this area, there was that fair value gap at that same area. If you didn't take this on, then look for this level. There was a liquidity grab happened, there was that inversion fair value, there was that fair value overlapping, everything was presented, and market just did that same fair value gap rejection, or that inversion fair value gap rejection, or that small bullish fair value gap rejection, whatever it is. And eventually there was that one was cleared over here. So yeah, just this way. And since there is a liquidity grab happened inside of a higher time frame point of interest, 10 p.m. fair value gap, daily bullish fair value gap, this whole area. Okay, that happened. So this is your order block. This candle traded the order block. Okay, and from propulsion you want to see something like this. Doesn't matter how big the fall is, why that fall was important, and why I was looking for or frame that sell setup was because of 4 hours candle opened here, immediately went higher. If it's a bullish move, you want to see it's coming lower first. So since that was that manipulation fair value, look how that manipulation fair value gap was used. Okay, are you getting it? This was the manipulation candle.
Yeah.
Initial manipulation, or this consolidation candle, however you want to mark that thing. 4 p.m. started, 2 p.m.
2
started,
p.m.
or 4 hours candle started, immediately went higher. This is not the move you are looking at. You are bullish, you want to see the lower run first. That one was taken also here.
Yeah, right
Right.
now I
So
told you.
you want to see the market going lower. Since it was going higher, you want to see this is acting as an inversion. Inversion happened, yes, it went very close to the stop loss level, but it never stopped you out here. Okay, so this is where the entry could have happened for the people who are looking for sell short. Since I'm not looking for sell short, 1 to 2 delivered, more delivered, I wouldn't go the whole way. I was looking forward to the 15-minute breakaway gap. Okay, so this was that. But since I'm bullish and I know my reason to be, I would rather take this entry.
Yes. Better.
Oh shit. Just a sec. My coffee got cold and I just took too much. And the rest is history. Observe your 5 minute chart. As I said earlier, that this is where you will see the stages. How that upper 25, okay, let me fix the bigger range first. This is the bigger range, okay? So how the upper 25% had the consolidation, you expect the similar thing on the lower 25%, and that's exactly what happening here. And then this is the 50% of the bigger range. That's where you are, if this was the move done, okay, for this market maker buy model, like the accumulation, manipulation, reaccumulation, manipulation, that one. If that part is done, this is where you are expecting your next 5 minutes fair value gap to form.
Yes. If market able to close above the 52 day, but if it fails and go for some lower extent, you can see this leg will come again tomorrow for the low. Then it will shoot higher. Very low margin. If it came again,
25% failed to close above, okay?
Yes.
Retracing to the bullish PDRA or the daily fair value gap top. Finally, you expect it before it happens. This is that
Yes.
before it happens area. See that how the bodies are doing, where the market is trading. Same thing. You expect it before it happens. Because if that happens, then you know where the target is.
Correct.
And from the daily, where the target should be. See these equal highs, relative equal highs. It left there for a reason. Okay, not for something unusual. It is left over there for a reason. And 5-minute structure so far, it's really good. It's not bad. I know this was something a little bit unusual if you look at your 1 minute, but you also expect that. Okay, this is a new 4-hour candle. It's a powerful candle. What I'm liking is, let's say market closed around this area. Okay, so you are looking at a daily wick that formed from here to here, and the body is something, since it opened here. Okay, so a body will be something like this. Okay, it will not stay when I click on the next one, and the rest is the wick. So the rejection from daily fair value on the daily, really amazing.
Yes.
Okay, to continue higher.
And some other and another amazing thing is, like right now today you can see the opposite things yesterday. Yesterday that high that for like 9:30 when it shoot higher. Same
Yeah.
opposite thing in both direction. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when there is no resistance on this direction, it will not show any resistance while it's coming lower, and that's how beautifully it delivered. Especially what I said is 5-minute chart, very clean, very good. If you are struggling with 1 minute, one single inversion fair value for the whole move. Traded, take the entry, put the stop loss according to the third candle's high.
And
Rest is here.
and sleep or shut down your PC. Go for
Yeah. And they are done. Okay, within first one delivered within couple of minutes. It didn't take too long. It delivered within one 5-minute candle, and that was more than 1 to 3 hours. So entry from this, and this is the low of the day for that moment being. So this accumulation, I'm not talking about holding until this far. Just this is more than enough. 3.27 hours. Same risk, okay? Because the profit will be the same. Don't worry. Whether you trade a 5 or 15 minute, it will remain the same profit. This is that.
and
Within one 5-minute candle.
and another very good thing about the 5-minute stop loss is little bit bigger.
Not too big comparing to the 1 minute, yeah.
Yeah, but if you habit of the taking very big risks in small stop loss, it will prevent you because of
Yeah.
this. Like you took for 30 MNQ. But when you see this stop loss is like $1,000, you will not go for that.
Yeah, you'll
Okay.
consider something else. It's the same 1 minute as 5 minute.
Other don't
Hmm?
take MFF trade today, okay?
No. I'm not gonna take. Not gonna take. I have already done. But what by the way, guys, I don't know. Like I just uh this morning, okay, I was waiting for the payout request. So when I went to the dashboard, everything was there, updated everything except the payout request eligibility. They didn't update that, but every other thing that is required, it was there. So I contacted the support, and support was not replying. Okay, it was on the calendar, it was showing every day's profit, everything was there. Okay, like every day what I made, everything was there, number of days, the consistency, everything met. But still there is no payout option appearing. So I contacted the support, and the support wasn't replying. So what I did is, during, it was around the Asia session, okay, so here, this area, let me tell you exactly where. So market opened, highest here, lowest here. This is where I saw that inversion forming, I saw that bullish fair value forming. I know this is the market open gap. What I did, one micro contact from here to this high. Okay, just from here to this high. This is exact equal high. I took a entry, closed it with $11 profit, and like 11 after that commission and what. So it gave me $11 profit, and by then the customer care people came. Okay, and they said, okay, let me check into your account and let me fix it. But by the time they could have replied me, we already, like, since I took the entry, it showed updated the dashboard, and now I'm requesting the payout, I'm not getting anything, and the customer service person is still there. It's not a sell short, I'm just framing it because I'm not bearish. Understand that. If you are bearish, you can look into that. I'm not bearish. Okay, so the by that time the customer people came, and they said, you request the payout, I will confirm, because there is no section that you have a pending payout request or payout appear. It's literally just request a payout. That guy, after maybe 5-10 minutes, came back and said, did you take any entry today after 6 p.m.? I said, yeah, just now. I just took one micro contract entry and closed it so that the dashboard can update it. Oh, but there is a story before that. I will, after finishing it, I will tell you like what exactly happening with them. And he said, oh, you shouldn't have take the entry, man, because now you have to wait until the end of today. You cannot trade when you are willing to take a payout request. The whole day you should be until the money is deducted. You should not be for a trade. So now I'm saying, okay, so your dashboard doesn't update and I pay the price, because what happened is I didn't realize it. Okay, my balance was sitting like $4,000, $5,000, and they are supposed to make it from 1 mini or 10 micro. Okay, they're supposed to scale it up to 3 mini and 30 micro. And the whole time I have been trading with
1 minute.
1 mini, like 10 micros. So the issue I was facing, let's say I have a 10 contract set like this, okay? When I'm trying to take a partial, it's not letting me set the order. So what I have to do, I have to reduce this quantity and then I have to put it here. Now if it goes to the stop loss, what's happening? It will stop me for 5 contracts. Rest of the 5 is still running. So I cannot do that. So I was facing those issues for nearly like, since I took it seriously. So let me say last 7-8 days or 9 days, trading days. Yeah. I was facing this issue. And then I was like, why it's one contract? Let me check. And then I looked into the scaling plan, and that's when I saw that this is what happening with the thing. So I contacted the support and they fixed it. It's literally yesterday. And this morning the dashboard is not letting me take the payout because it's not updating only that section. Everything else updated, daily profit, consistency, tick, number of days trading, it's way more than 5 days. Okay, because I was taking one trade a week. Sometimes in 2 weeks I was taking one trade. Okay, it's like, let's say I'm in a buy long or in a sell short, I just create a small order over here with $100 or $200 risk, and then setting a 1 to 2 target, letting it go like that way. Like after that, I was closing the chart. So I had already completed multiple days over there. Okay, but this time, since I took it seriously, I was just building all the buffers and doing it, and I had a big profit day, so I have to cover up the extra money to build the consistency. Now this is how they work. So if you are using my funded future, the day you are eligible to request a payout, do not take any entry until the payout is processed. Otherwise they will cancel the payout and you have to wait for the next day. Like I'm waiting the way I cannot, like tomorrow I have to be waiting for the day to finish and then to request a payout. I cannot request the payout today anymore since I took that one micro earlier in the morning. So then what I said is I told them, like, no wonder why Top Step is the best and the industry leading company. And he was sorry for the inconvenience. Actually, you should be sorry. Okay, it's not just the payout. It's not the payout that has the issue. It's the whole system. Because you are supposed to scale my contract size on my day 2 or 3, and I have been using it like that the whole time. Because the whole time I was not even looking at this prop firm as a serious type of prop firm for me. I was keeping it alive. I was not taking my proper entries. I was writing everything with that guy. It's like, you should be sorry, because it's you're trying some automated system, this and that, and your system is not updating the way it was supposed to update. So it's not something very healthy. Let's see what happens. Bro, I have no bloody idea. I have no idea why they didn't update the dashboard. I have no idea why they didn't update the dashboard.
Which is the hidden rule. TPT. Other than Top Step, Apex have more clear rule. Yeah. This 250 is all the live account is needed. Otherwise, they charge like $30-40 for one transaction. It is not the problem of that thing. It is like Rise have that issue.
If I was here, I might have already taken this one, okay?
Central?
Yeah. Not interested, but this is where it was looking juicy for me. So from there. This is also a good area, but that was a better area. Bearish fair value, bullish fair value. So
Nice.
this was that one. It should come until this far, at least. Maybe here, but at least this far. That's how far I'm looking for it. It's already more than 1 to 2, by the way. Here.
Okay. So MFF have now new changes. Okay. 100K payout cap. No micro scalping restrictions. Lower all the pricing anywhere. No DLL ever.
And TPT
No
has
SIM
hidden rules
funded
above 250
consistency
you need
rule.
to else
5
they will
account allowed.
charge yeah, TPT, Take Profit Trader, yeah. Take Profit
But
Trader has new hidden rules. So what is it? Above 250 you need to withdraw, else they will charge. Okay, so your minimum withdrawal is above 250. That's how, like, have to be above 250. Then you will not have to pay too much. Okay. Why
no,
I was
uh,
framing it like
rise.
this? First of all, that fair value gap, market was holding it. Okay, fully filled, holding it. This is at that 50% level of today's range, or premium, right above the 50% level. Okay, so
This is the issue with rise, not TPT. In any prop firm, they use the rise.
I have it
That
drawn. No, that's a different one. Yeah.
brother,
It's like issue with
rise
rise maybe.
rise charge extra. Okay, my funded future just posted this. This is good actually.
So 50%, this is that 50% level. Above 50, only fair value gap, or one like the immediate fair value gap above 50. Previously it was holding, still it is holding. Mid rejection, since the liquidity was above the mid, top rejection. Failed to break, came back, overlapping the low of that fair value. This was that 5-minute inversion, this was that 1-minute fair value, and there is your either way this continuation, and that is where the stop, since there was a candle traded in. Okay, so here this is the propulsion. Okay, I don't have the propulsion block, so understand. Okay, and this was that fair value gap that I was talking about, first fair value it created, and then this was that next fair value gap overlapping a 5-minute inversion, overlapping that premium array. So this was that 1 to 2, or more than 1 to 2. I was talking about at least this fair value rate that happened. Okay, so that part. And this is why the entry could have been a little bit inside of this fair value gap. Why? Because that 50% overlapping fair value, the what it calls, the low of that is here. Then this fair value gap at least a little bit inside, or every time I prefer, that was there, and the rest is in front of you. And from why I've targeted this fair value, because that's why I have the 5-minute fair value gap, or second fair, like this fair value and this fair value, and that's where you have that no wick candle, and this is the entry fair value, this is the break traded, 1 to 2 on the sell short. If you understand the whole concept, then another 1 to 2 towards the buy long.
Yes.
I don't want that, okay? But this is that part.
Brother, you can please change the white into some shadow color, not that black, like some shadow color.
Like this.
Yeah.
It's already this type of color, like this one, second one. It's not the full white. It's
Go
second
go
one.
go further shadow. Uh, yeah. Some are the wheat is not so visible, so I want to.
Oh no, it happens when the okay, it happens when like I'm streaming from my large monitor. If you are watching from a
Okay.
comparing, it will not appear.
Yeah, this color is okay now. Someone tell. Okay. And my funded future have no now something is changing. See, I post here.
Now it will be more visible because now it will be more visible
Yeah.
because now it's on a smaller window.
Okay.
It depends on the screen size.
Okay.
Yeah. What happened? My funded future, 5 accounts allowed, no SIM funded consistency. What the motherfucker?
No, it is good actually.
No, it is good, but what I'm saying, you didn't get it. The promotion is gone, the sheets are gone. Now it's like for all these days I'm paying the price of getting a big profit. Even today I have to close it early. Now this fucking rule. Understand what I let go because of that 40% consistency. Okay?
Oh,
Understand what I let go,
your balance will be at least 12 or 13,000 at least.
No daily loss limit ever, no micro scalping. What the fuck? I hate them. I hate my funded futures. All this time I'm doing it because of their rules, and now literally this morning I also got messed up because of their rules, and now the rules.
Oh,
Let me check.
yeah, it is from the
No,
CEO.
Ovi. It still shows the $1,200. You are eligible for payout of $1,200.
I think this change will be very soon because they are fast. First.
So trading view, TradeOvet, NinjaTrader, Quantower, Volbook, Volsys, volumetric trading, TAS.
That Volbook and Volsys, they have the most likely similar platform like X. Have you ever they have the web platform and like Tubstepix, like Volumetrica, that web version.
Volumetrica, okay.
And it has also the free that copy trading option like Prolectives.
ভাই এই রুলসটা আমার মনে হয় হচ্ছে অন্য কোনো ইয়ের জন্য তুমি
কেবলই দিছে না, এটা দিছে মনে করো টুইটারে শেয়ার করছে হচ্ছে 20 মিনিট আগে। এটা তো হবে, এটা 2-1 দিনের ভিতরেই চালু হয়ে যাবে। তোলো,
লেট মি
প্রথমটা
চেক
তোলো, ঠিক আছে? এটা 2-1 দিনের ভিতরেই চালু হয়ে যাবে। এই যে অলরেডি এই যে রিকোয়েস্ট ক্যাপ অলরেডি, এই যে মাই ফান্ডেড ফিউচারের রিকোয়েস্ট ক্যাপের ওটা চেঞ্জ করে দিছে। এটা 20 কে ছিল অনলি, এটারে 100 কে অলরেডি বানাই
দেখতেছো
দিয়েছে।
তুমি ইয়ে
মাই
কই
ফান্ডেড
দেখতেছো
ফিউচারের পেজে যাও।
টুইটার টুইটার
না, ওদের মানে
ওদের
ওয়েবসাইট,
ওয়েবসাইটে আসি আমি, কই দেখতেছো?
ওয়েবসাইটে যে দ্য বেনিফিট দ্যাট
না ভাই, ওকে পে আউটে ঢুকলে তো স্টিল দেখাচ্ছে $1200 আপ টু।
এটা তো এখনো ওই ভিতরেরটা ঠিক করে নাই, মানে দিছে না নতুন, নতুন দিয়ে
আচ্ছা
এটা
দাঁড়াও, ইফেক্টিভ
এই দেখো
জানুয়ারি 1st দ্য
চেঞ্জ
100K
করে
150K ওকে
চেঞ্জ করে
স্টার্টার
দিছে
অ্যাকাউন্ট
দেখো।
দেয়ার উইল বি
ওইটা
ইনস্টলেশন
না, ওইটা না,
স্টেজেস
নিচে আসো। এই দেখো সব ইসের নাম চেঞ্জ করে দিছে দেখো। স্কেল
কিসের কিসের?
4, ওই যে চ্যালেঞ্জের নামই সব চেঞ্জ করে ফেলছে।
ও মানে পারচেসে নিউ চ্যালেঞ্জে যাবো, স্টার্টে নিউ চ্যালেঞ্জ।
না, পেজে যাও ফার্স্টে myfundedfuture.com।
ডোন্ট ওয়ারি, এই পারচেসে নিউ গিতে গেলেই আসতেছে ওইটা, সমস্যা নেই। ভাই দাম পাল্টাই দিছে কুত্তার বাচ্চারা, দেখছো আমি কত টাকা দিয়ে কিনছি এটা? আমার সময় কোনো
$77,
ইয়েও ছিল না।
$77 করে দিছে ছোট চ্যালেঞ্জটা, কিন্তু ছোট চ্যালেঞ্জটাই $500 কমায় দিছে তো, দেখছো?
কি লস হয়নি?
2500 ছিল না? হ্যাঁ।
আরে who the fuck cares bro, do you need more than 2000?
নো, বাট কমাই দিছে কেন 500? এটা তো একটা প্রশ্ন থাকতে পারে না?
দাম 77 কমাই দিছে তাই।
কনসিস্টেন্সি রুল নাই, দেখছো?
আহ
দেখছো?
অন্য কাহিনী করেছে ব্রাদার। The
হ্যাঁ,
core account that was the previous starter account or not?
নো, স্টার্টার প্লাস, স্টার্টার অ্যাকাউন্ট ইজ কোর, yeah, and scale is the starter plus.
That core account have now some fucking shit thing. If that happens, then I'm again back to I don't know. Like I'm not gonna consider it. Micro scaling is 5:1 on the funded. They changed that as well.
Seriously?
Yeah, on the starter account. That's a fucking bummer, bro.
Good,
Core
man.
scale account is max position 6 contracts, 3 contracts, 5:1. It's all 5:1 micro scaling. Pro account doesn't have any micro scaling. Either you take the big one or the small one. Max position 5 contracts, max position 3 contracts, whatever the contract you trade.
Yes, I know that.
Serious. The only thing that has still 10:1 scaling is the eval to live, that one.
No one will take this fuck.
ভাই একটা জিনিস তো বুঝলাম না, ইভাল টু লাইভে দুইটা 50K অ্যাকাউন্ট রাখছে এই জায়গায়, একটা $444, একটা $197, মানে কি? লেট মি চেক।
একটাতে চ্যালেঞ্জ নাই, আরেকটাতে চ্যালেঞ্জ, একটাতে চ্যালেঞ্জ নাই আর কি।
ফেজ 1 আছে,
একটাতে চ্যালেঞ্জ নাই, আরেকটাতে চ্যালেঞ্জ
ফেজ 1
আছে।
পে আউট $0, ইউ উইল নট গেট এনি। একটাতে ফেজ 1 আছে রে ভাই, 444-এ ওয়ান ফেজ 400 $3000 টার্গেট। ওকে, ফেজ
সেম
1
শিট,
দেওয়াই তো আছে।
সেম শিট অ্যানাদার কালার, রাইট?
Yeah, same shit, another day, another color, another flavor. Phase on, have the one stage challenge, and on the second stage you have the live account of $2,000. Okay, and then that's where you will get start to get the payout. And on the 197 on, it's a two phase. There is no payout on the first on and second on. Phase 1, phase 2, there is no payout. Phase 3, you will get $2,000. After passing, you will receive this award. Okay.
Okay,
So
another sheet is this. The $1,200 is reducing 1,000 in core. Oh,
মানে কি?
ওই যে উপরে দেখো একদম উপরে simple evaluation 3 funding paths core funding path reach payouts up to 1,000.
I don't care, bro. Tomorrow morning, I want my dollar minute. I don't give a F. I think this is for the new one. The old
Yeah,
one will remain
yeah,
because it's still
yeah.
showing me $1,200. So it should
Yeah.
be. Let me actually take a fucking screenshot before it.
No. Look in the right side. Okay, looking for starter plus or expert. Click that. They show the previous product.
No, I saw the previous product. It's okay. I saw the previous product. No problem. But the issue is the scaling plan on the account, bro. Micro scaling is 5:1, man. That's a fucking bummer. If they implements it to the old account, then this will be a very big problem for me.
No. It will not.
Because the max they allow is only 3 contracts, so it will be like 15 micro contracts. That's not enough. Then why the fuck I've been building the buffer on that account? There is no point. Changes at MFFU. Let me see. Changes at my forest. Okay. 3 carefully created plan. On a standard 0 activation 100k payout cap. Updated today. Okay, here is it. Introducing core scale and pro plans, no DLL, 100k payout cap, 0 activation. So you can get 100k payout maximum. What is actually the 100k payout cap? I don't understand this one.
They have actually the max they pay out given is 20k. They বাড়াইছে আর কি 100 ধরছে এটা 20 কে পরে তোমার লাইভ দিয়ে দেবে আর কি এটা হচ্ছে ওদের নিয়ম ছিল তো
Oh,
এটা চেঞ্জ করে 100 পর্যন্ত গেছে
what's the point?
I don't know.
What's the point of this 100k pay cap? Because if they already have a cap, which is you can only withdraw $1,000 or let's say that $1,200. How many payout requests you need to reach that 100k cap? Before
No,
that, you will be anyway moved to the live.
That expert plan, okay? The expert plan have no rule. So the 5 account, if someone took that 5 account of that expert and make like that
ওই যে লিঙ্ক
kind of
দিছি দাও ওইটা দাও বুঝতে পারবো না
photo to type
that's
is
the
okay.
link for the new updated. Let me go through it. Universal changes effecting as of 22nd July. Evaluation is standardized across all plans for simplified experience. Payout request cap of Eto per user increased from 25,000 soft cap. Consistency rules
Yeah.
have been removed for SIM funded stage. A 50% consistency rule in eval stage all plans. Oh, here is another thing. Before you could complete the my funded teacher challenge, now
One
they
day.
have made it. Yeah. Now you have to trade at least 2 days. No daily loss limit. News trading will be allowed. Scaling plan introducing tier payouts. Okay. Micro scalping removed. Trades above 4 ticks accepted. Okay. 4 tick. That means one
Okay,
handle.
one handle.
5 SIM funded account from 3. Applicable to 50k accounts. 80-20 profit is split across all plans. Does not apply to legacy account. Okay. Legacy account, which is Starter Plus, will remain available to purchase and checkout. Will be phased out
So
after some time. Oh, okay. So it will remain some days over there, but after that, it will not be there.
send me the link. Where you send the link?
The chat.
Okay. Okay.
So starter is core, right? Let me check one more time. Yeah, starter is the core. So what is the rule for core plan? Price is $77 for the 50k. Max loss limit 2000. Profit target 3000. No daily loss limit. 50% consistency on evaluation. Can pass in 2 days. No consistency on SIM funded. Max payout of $1000. Q. Then what is the point of that fucking consistency? Scale plan replaces starter, doesn't matter.
No, actually, if you have that like 200 that thing, okay, you actually $77 of 5 account, then it is not so bad. 385 is the cost for
কি
5
হিসাব
account.
করতেছো ভাই? তুমি 3টা দিয়েই তো তুমি এমনি 5টা দিয়ে 5।
এটা তো কথা ঠিক। মানে এটা কোনোভাবেই যুক্তিযুক্ত না। এটাই হলো কথা।
If you cannot withdraw more than